From high above Henry Hershey Field in Hershey, Pennsylvania, on the campus of the Milton Hershey School, you are tuned in tonight for Milton Hershey football. The Spartans at home taking on the Trinity Shamrocks in a Mid-Penn Capital Division clash. I am Mike Straub, honored to bring you the action alongside Mr. Jay Garvey from Family Relations. Jay, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. After a couple of weeks off, it's good to be back to football.
It is good to be back. Both these teams come into this contest 3-4 this season. Trinity plays a couple of divisions down, so they're still in a playoff hunt. The Spartans are in a playoff hunt too. Don't discredit that, but they really have to win out their final 3 games in order to make that happen. Giving you an idea of what it takes for the Spartans to win statistically. When the Spartans win games, their opponents have a combined record of just 5 wins and 16 losses, including a week ago. The Spartans absolutely rolled over Boiling Springs 41-0. Boiling Springs has no wins. Now, when the Spartans lose those 4 losses, those opponents have a combined record of 18-10. So what are we getting at? The Spartans have a tendency to beat kind of who they're supposed to beat,
right,
and they struggle with who was pretty good on paper. So what do we have the rest of the way? 3 more games. Trinity, Middletown, and Palmyra. Those teams are a combined 15-6. Now, 7 of those wins belong to Middletown. They are 7-0. So that's right, next week. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. That's going to be a huge matchup for the Spartans next week. Tonight, we'll just focus on what they're dealing with. And the team in all white with the green trim, that is Trinity across the way. It's where Jeff Boger used to coach. It's a game that always kind of stands out on the calendar. And they're usually teams that are different styles but tend to match up pretty well. This is always a game that's kind of in the trenches each year for the Spartans.
Yeah, you know, going back several years ago, historically, you know, Trinity, they like to air it out. I don't think they've had that quarterback position in a position where they could do that here recently, but it's always a good game. And as we mentioned, you know, we're at this part of the season now where we have to take games one at a time. You know, with the knowledge that there always is still hope, and you know, we're playing for it. But there was a strong win last week. You know, I've talked to several of our players this week. They were very happy, very upbeat. You know, in fact, one of the quotes I heard was like, "Man, we felt like we won the Super Bowl last week." So that's good to hear that they've got a positive mindset, and hopefully that'll carry over into tonight.
Yeah, the Spartans, you know, 2 of their wins have come a long way from home, winning down at Greencastle and then winning all the way down at Boiling Springs. That's as far as they go for a division game. So they've found a way to win on the road, and, you know, they've been in just about every game. The only game that we watched where they run off the field was Steel High.
Yeah.
But every other game, they've been in the contest. So at the beginning of the season, you were way back with us in August, we talked about how good this division was stacking up to be this year. They have lived up to that billing. To show you what they have the rest of the way, Trinity, even at 3-4, is 6th in the AAA district standing, so they're in the playoff spot. Middletown, the top-ranked team in AAA, they were in the AAA state finals a year ago, and Palmyra is 12th in 5A. 5A gets 16 teams in the playoffs, so it tells you all these teams are in a playoff hunt. The Spartans, they're in a tricky spot there. In 4A, only 8 teams make the playoffs. I believe we are currently 13th in those standings. So you win tonight, you imagine you jump up a few spots. If you can knock off Middletown, you're definitely in the playoff hunt just like that. So the Spartans still have something to play for, and they've got to just kind of relish that spoiler role, though, now. You've got to just embrace that. That makes it fun. And also, if you can't get up to play on your home field, you don't belong in the game. Always got to defend your home turf. You only have so many chances to do this in your life as a high school kid, a chance to play in front of your own friends and family and fans here. So hopefully they're ready for this one. See a little pink trim on the socks tonight. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month all over the country. And you see the Spartan cheerleaders getting the act tonight, some coaches as well. So something extra special to play for. We'll see. And the other thing about the Spartans is, since they made the switch to Naeem Cross at quarterback, you know, each game he gets more comfortable in that role. Right. He gets a little bit more confidence. And Shamar Manning gets some more confidence at wide receiver. And Carrington Smith gets more confidence in the backfield. So you imagine what these guys have been going through in practice. They've been a team that's been able to get better week to week. Maybe it hasn't been wins week to week, but they're getting better week to week and feeling more confident and moving forward.
See there, Shamar Manning, number 5, is not in uniform. Not sure if there's an injury, but, you know, he's still representing as a captain out there, senior captain. And, you know, this is a game where you try to build off momentum. They certainly had the momentum coming from last week, and hopefully, again, that will carry into tonight.
Let's recognize the captains. Dylan Bird is out there, Carrington Smith, Xavier Oliver, and Zion Paris, along with Shamar Manning out there as the senior captains for the Spartans for this one. For Trinity, we'll keep our eyes on the quarterback tonight, number 14, Tommy Kirchhoff. Just 5'9", But as you say, Trinity usually the kind of team not afraid to put the ball up in the air a little bit. They'll also do some nice inside handoffs, try to throw some misdirections at you. It's a team that doesn't have many guys. Don't try to do too much, and year in and year out, usually a pretty consistent squad. So we're getting ready for kickoff here, but we'll take a break with everybody here and let you enjoy the national anthem.
This evening done by the Milton Hershey School Spartan Marching Band.
Nice job by the Spartan band, handling their duties. We're kind of burying the lead here, Jay. It is a astonishingly perfect night for mid-October, nearly late October football. It's been in the 70s all week long in Hershey. I mean, it's barely in the 60s here tonight. Just a beautiful evening. There wasn't a cloud in the sky all day today. So can't complain about the conditions. The Spartans will kick this off to start the contest. Out there in kick coverage, Hunter Hanley runs out there, as does Tykeer Gibson. This is a visit from the Spartan up here in the press box.
He's got a big head.
Looking especially Spartan-y tonight. Darius Briggs out there. Courage Moore. Christian Ruth Brown.
Good to see the Spartans get off to a strong start here.
The kick is away from Andy Harrington, and we are underway here as the ball is fumbled a bit, now scooped up by the Shamrocks. And a lane opens up. Broken play turns into something. Harrington missed the tackle, and there goes the Shamrocks. Dante Manetta to the end zone. Dante Manetta. 6-0 Trinity on a kick return for a touchdown.
We talked about this earlier in the season. Anytime when you get a kickoff like that and there's a fumble or a muff, it tends to throw off, coverage, and I think guys get a little undisciplined, come out of their lanes there, and I think that's what we saw there. Credit, though, to Tykeer Gibson not giving up and trying to make a last-ditch effort there, but certainly not the start we were looking for here.
You said it. Everybody just kind of got discombobulated for a while there. You thought the Spartans have a shot at the football, and then the lanes fell apart. So shake that off.
We'll spot him.
Forget about it. There you go.
6, maybe 7.
Nice hustle trying to block that extra point, and it's no good. Nice job by the Spartans to force the miss. Look at my man Clemente Ojanaka come flying through. Okay, so flip it around. Spartans will take a kick here, and then they'll open things up offensively. Or maybe they just run one back. Harrington's made some nice attempts this year on some returns. They like to run that set play where he takes off towards the near sideline. See if they run that here. Carrington's back alongside Thiago Nyanwu and Sean Proctor. And just ahead of them, Tykeer Gibson, Chris Fernsworth, Fred Bradford. So 6-0 Trinity in front here, 14 seconds into the game.
Those of you that are just tuning in, yes, unfortunately that is where we stand 14 seconds into the game.
A muffed kick, return for a touchdown.
Pooch kick.
Into no man's land. Makes a nice bounce if you're a Trinity fan. Nice job by, I believe, Tykeer Gibson. No, excuse me, that is Chris Fernsworth to fall on it. And that is where the Spartans will take over. So a couple of odd special teams happenings there on both sides of the ball. But Spartans do at least have possession now to get things started. Naeem Cross is the quarterback now, joined by Thiago Nyanwu in the backfield. 3 receivers set up to his left. Good hard snap count from Naeem. Nearly got him to jump to get things started. Thiago Nyanwu takes the handoff. He's got a good handle on the first down. Pickup of about 6 or 7. Nice job by Thiago. Nice job by the line.
Good job by Dylan Byrne.
Yeah.
Right side of the line, Stanford Mason.
Man, last time I saw you, we walked by Stanford Mason. I mean, I knew he was big. He's really big.
He is, and after I had lunch with him actually yesterday, and he shared he's actually making an unofficial visit out to Rutgers this
All right,
weekend.
Good for him. Naeem now on a keeper, cuts it back inside. He's got the first down. That'll move the chains out to the 39-yard line.
Talked about that versatility that Naeem Cross brings by playing at that quarterback position. Obviously a very talented and hard runner, and you know, with him getting the ball initially, it obviously creates much more for the defense to worry about.
Carrington Smith is the up back there. He goes in motion. Naeem from that shotgun. Bad snap. I think maybe some confusion. Might have been supposed to be a direct snap to Thiago almost. Couldn't tell. Major loss as Naeem just falls on it. Be a loss of 20 and 19.
Set him back. Basically looking at about 2nd and 30 now.
Three receivers to Naeem's right. He rolls that way looking to throw. Little pump fake. Now he puts it down and he'll run instead. Turns it upfield. Out across the 30 again. So gain of about 11. The 3rd and quite long.
Watching what Trinity does here, you know, they've got 4 up linemen, but it looks like that, you know, with their 3 linebackers, they've consistently been bringing one from the backside. Obviously, they're gonna, you know, they're in a position where they're gonna hope that Naeem's gonna throw it rather than run.
They change their formation here. Naeem's gonna throw it this time. It's tipped the line, go incomplete. So Spartans will have to kick it away. So Spartans a little out of sync here to get things started. Trailing 6-0 after an opening kickoff return by Trinity. Josh Parra heads out to handle the punting duties. Trinity's receiver or return man is Norvell Bartow, a sophomore. So sophomore to sophomore here. Nice kick from Josh.
Nice high. Oh, that might be a flag.
No, but they didn't. Oh, and that is the flag.
Looks like you got inside the halo there.
Which is a shame because I don't think he called for the fair catch. But they are going to say that just too close. It's Christian Ruth Brown.
And that's just a situation where you want experience and some maturity to take over for, you know, on the punt down.
There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage as well.
Oh, it looks like it changes. Offsetting.
Offsetting penalties, they'll re-kick. So this is the kind of thing where we wish we could hear the ref, but I believe he was saying there was a block in the back on Trinity and then kick-catch interference on the Spartans. Penalties offset, replay 4th down. So we'll see if Norvell Bartow learned his lesson and calls a fair catch this time. Josh has got it. Another nice punt.
Yeah.
And he does call a fair catch. And there's Christian Ruth Brown this time, doesn't hit him. Okay, so a lot cleaner this time. And that's where Trinity will take over at their own 38-yard line. So really, as much as the offense has changed positions, and by that I mean we've tried different guys in different spots at the skill positions throughout the year, the defense has really answered the call time and time again. Think back to that Steel High game. The only points were scored by the defense. We'll see what these guys have going tonight. Lots of receivers lined up there for Trinity.
Well, and you'd hope to see, you know, we've all season long we've seen some really aggressive edge rush, you know, out there from our ends. Levi Wager.
There they go again, setting the tone right away up the middle. The big guys, Xavier Oliver and Josiah Gibbs, shutting the door. Loss of 1 on 1st down. Trey Moody III is the running back for Trinity, another senior. They're senior heavy at their skill position, so these are guys who've been around for a while. You know they're frustrated being 3-4 in their senior season. But as we said, this is going to be just a wrecking ball division this year. The teams are going to beat up on each other when Middletown is as good as they are, and Trinity's an example of that. There goes Moody, this time going to the outside, nothing there.
Nice job by Naeem Cross coming up and filling the gap.
Clemente Ojanaka out there as well, part of that stop.
Don't see too many high school quarterbacks that also start at linebacker on the other side. But we've talked about all season how he runs angry and tough. You know, obviously the characteristics you want to see in your linebacker as well.
Play fake, but the Spartans are there. They get to Kirchhoff.
Levi Wager there initially.
That's right, along with aforementioned Gibbs and Xavier Oliver. But give Levi Wager credit. Get in there and making a play. Spartans force a 3 and out, and Trinity going backwards on that possession. They'll kick it away. There you go, some energy too on the Spartan sideline. They need that. Not exactly a raucous crowd tonight. The Spartans are going to have to kind of keep themselves going. Kick is away. Rugby style, almost ran himself into getting kicked. Takes a Spartan bounce. They blocked the guy into the ball. It's not.
Jalen Brown.
Just making sure they didn't say that that went off a Spartan. Okay, so that is where Milton Hershey will take over. I gotta say, we've seen the Spartans struggle to kind of create some rhythm here offensively, and obviously special teams. But I'm impressed with the Trinity's size and their kind of field awareness so far. You look at their jobs on special teams, I mean, turning it into a touchdown. Look at their coverage on their punts. They're going to have to figure things out offensively, but you have this many seniors on a team. There's not that many guys on this team. All these guys have experience. You can tell that the Shamrocks are ready to play tonight. Although they're late getting to the field here. Give them a compliment. And Chiago's turning it upfield. He's got about 5 on first down.
Late flag coming from the back judge.
It's got to be too many players on the field, right? What else could it be? I see that flag back there, too, unless you just inadvertently dropped it.
No.
Illegal substitution.
Yeah.
So 5-yard penalty, replay, first down. So basically, wipe off the play. Free play. It's about exactly where Chiago got it. But they've got to tell him it's first down over there.
Yeah, they haven't switched the.
There goes Chiago. So the board has first down. The sideline's going to say third down here.
Or he might just keep it at second down.
Yeah, he might.
That's Dr.
Yeah, he had it. We were too hard on the guy.
That's Dr. Gary Perlikowski, our director of research over there. So I have some faith in his knowledge of numbers.
Well, I always trust doctors.
Well.
Naeem from the shotgun, bunch receivers to his left. He rolls that way, looking to throw. He's got time. Now he's looking deep. Nobody's open, so he tucks it, gets the first down.
Not a bad scramble. Although I'd love to see him tuck that ball away.
Well, it's kind of a busted play. Wasn't quite sure what to do. Boger's waving for the Shamrocks to get over. I think there's an injured Trinity player here on that sideline. Yeah, we can't quite see it here, but I can see Boger now here.
Yeah.
Comes the Shamrock trainer. So we have an injury on the field here. That was the first. You almost saw Naeem's eyes light up like, I can finally throw it. I've got time. I've got this kind of pocket developing on the side here. But nice coverage by the Shamrocks, nowhere to go. So smartly, Naeem's big enough to make people miss and run him over any time.
Yeah, it appeared he was almost looking like backside. You know, I don't know if that was maybe like a backside post that he was looking for, but you know, again, obviously some development from him that he was able to recognize that, you know, it didn't have something to take it up for a first down.
Well, with respect to the Trinity guy down, we'll take a quick break as well here at MHSkids.org. We'll be back with more football right after this. Well, it's Tanner Garlinger, the injured Trinity player, and he's seen walking off the field now unassisted, so hopefully he's okay. The Spartans, they're into Shamrock territory for the first time tonight, trailing 6-0 here on a just crystal clear, beautiful evening for football in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Nothing to complain about on a night like this, and the weekend's going to be beautiful too. Hopefully, if you're in the area, you have a chance to make the most of it.
Hopefully we can keep this weather with us. We'll talk a little bit later about our upcoming Fall Family Weekend next weekend. We'd love to have this kind of weather next week as we have a lot of our families and sponsors coming into town.
Looking forward to seeing everybody in town next weekend. And thank you for joining us tonight on MHSkids.org. Go ahead and share this on social media. Let people know you're watching. Let's get some audience out there. All right, so Naeem and Chiago run into each other. Now Naeem is really stuck. They blow the whistle. That's the second time I think Naeem and Chiago have been on different pages with a play call.
So they sit there and they're trying to discuss amongst themselves. You almost wonder sometimes if Naeem might get confused with going where he's supposed to be on a play as a running back. Looked like they were both trying to go to the same place there.
Spartans catch a break. Really, they could have spotted that another 3-4 yards back, but they give him forward progress to the right at the 50-yard line, so it's only a loss of 4. He'll throw here for the first time tonight. Oh, and it's dropped.
Good throw, though.
Good throw right on the target from Marquand Kegler, but it's dropped. Yeah, Spartans just a little out of sync in the early goings here.
Yeah, I almost feel like they haven't even started really as an offense.
Yeah.
But I do like to see that throwing, the air game coming in early, because we've talked about it all year. When I forget which game it was, we didn't even throw past the whole first down, and it provides the opportunity for the team to stack the box. I mean, you can see right here, they've got 8 guys pretty much within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
But Naeem's going to throw it here. Nice pickup by the block. It's dropped again just behind. Nice job. And Carrington Smith picked up a big block there. So 4th down, and Josh Parr will come back out, see if he can pin Trinity back a bit here. And this is Josh Parr's first season playing football. He's really developed a pretty good punter and kicker and receiver, and another great punt.
Fair catch.
Does a nice job.
Seems to be getting the hang of it.
33-yard punt.
No pun intended.
Hey now. Put him back at the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. So that is where the Rocks will take over. So we'll see the defense come up with another big stop.
Mentioned it earlier. Do want to take the opportunity to start talking about our Fall Family Weekend coming up next weekend. Looking forward to having all of our family and friends and sponsors join us. Kicking it off Friday with our Spartan Sponsor Academy, and we have a BMX show coming on Friday night, and then we'll also be heading down to watch the Middletown football game. So a lot coming on next weekend. Looking forward to seeing folks.
Some pressure up the middle. It's picked off. Interception. Chris Fernsworth gets the sideline, fighting to stay on his feet.
There's the spark.
There it is. You needed a big play. The Spartans have life. Xavier Oliver flying up the middle, getting some pressure on the quarterback. It was thrown too quick, deflected, and then give credit to Chris Fernsworth. Steady hands. 2 drops on offense by other players. Then Fernsworth says, let me show you how to grab one.
It's the old tip drill that you work on constantly in practice as defensive backs. A tip ball like that should always be intercepted.
So Spartans now back in business, knocking on the door. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Spartans should waste no time. They should just go with what works. Power run game here. Carrington's going to line up right next to Naeem.
Nobody's guarding Josh Parra, though. Oh, there you go. Naeem straight ahead. He's got a hole. Gets a handful of yards inside the 10-yard line to be 2nd and down at the 8.
Offensive line, great job of picking that up, and Carrington Smith as well. They had a linebacker stunting right up the middle. Carrington made the block. Looks like they're going to go with that same formation.
Carrington Smith lined up to his right. Naeem Cross has it. This time he gives it to Carrington. Kind of a slow developing play, trying to find the edge, and he's pulled down for a loss of 3, maybe
collar.
4, back to the 12-yard line. Give credit to 55, Dante Mineta. He had the touchdown.
Yeah.
Loss of 3, back to the 11. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Looks like the Spartans are going to flip the offense here.
It's Thiago Nyanu in the backfield. Here comes
Backside
the blitz. Naeem comes to the right side, plunges ahead. He'll be short. And then get back to the 8-yard line where they were a moment ago.
Trinity certainly not shy about showing where they're coming from defensively. They keep that up. Hopefully the Spartans will be able to pick that up and take advantage of that.
So Spartans are going to go for it here. Down by 6, 3:56 to go in the first quarter.
Got him. Got him. Should be a first, right?
I believe so.
Good discipline there by the Spartans.
The signal is 4th down.
Are they waving it off? Oh.
I don't know. They're saying he's just short. So from 4th and 5 to 4th and inches.
Did you change your play?
Well, the Spartans have not been held short running right up the middle or even off tackles, so let's let that offensive line get that push. And
I don't know if you saw
ahead.
Xavier Arlov there, but he just pumped his fist. I'm going to say they're going to go right over him.
Yeah, looks like they're just the ball's on the ground.
Well, here's an instance, too. If you fall
Fumble.
in the right place.
Trinity football. Oh, that takes the wind out of the sails. So as we talked about the offense being out of sorts tonight, that one hurts the most. A fumble at the 5-yard line, so remember that play. That's tough. Defense comes up with a huge play. Now they have to walk back out on the field with no points to show for it. Still trailing 6-0 and backed way, way up. Okay, so Tommy Kirchhoff standing on his own goal line, gives it to Trey Moody.
Look at Zion.
He's tackled.
That should be a safety.
Oh, they mark him at the, the inch line?
Zion Parrots, we've talked about, what a tremendous athlete for someone his size. He makes the move from defensive tackle out to linebacker this year, and right there in that play, you saw the reason why.
The hard part now is, and you see some guys, Clemente Ojanaka can't believe it. Even Xavier Oliver looks frustrated. Now they feel like they can't catch a break. Guy makes a huge play, tackles him in the end zone, and says, no.
Right.
So now Spartans just bring the house, see what they can do here. Broken play. Where's the ball?
Ball's on the ground.
I think Trinity got on it, so it turns into a gain. Ball. That was just a wacky play. I didn't even practice that. Strange timing on the snap.
Spartans need to get ready defensively here. Trinity's trying to push the tempo, maybe trying to catch them without being lined up.
The Spartans, again, so close to getting on the board there. A fumble even. And instead, Trinity has some breathing room. They're now at the 3-yard line, so 3rd and 13 at the 3. Got to get a stop here and force them to punt from the back of their own end zone. Clean snap, little pump
hitch
fake.
and go, hitch and go.
Fernsworth is there.
Great
Incomplete.
coverage.
Nice job by Chris Fernsworth. He's the early MVP for the Spartans in this one. Kept up with his man, so that'll make it 4th and 13.
Good pump fake there by the quarterback, trying to set up that hitch and go. But as you mentioned, Chris Fernsworth not biting and staying with the coverage.
No, where is everybody going?
I didn't see a flag.
I didn't see a flag either.
Roughing the passer. Okay, I didn't even see a flag.
No, well, we missed that one. And again, the Spartans come up empty. Oh, the frustration level already. We're in the first quarter. These guys have just got to be feeling it. Did everything they could defensively, and they get another discipline mistake, but we didn't see it. Anyhow, another good tackle for a loss on 1st down. Spartans have really must have seen the tape on that play. We've seen that play run 3 times, and each time go absolutely in the wrong direction.
Clemente Ojanaka there. Really been impressed with the play of our defensive ends this year. Great athletes, bring speed, but they're really strong as well.
Little fake. Here comes Xavier
Play
Oliver.
action.
Tipped again.
Almost Carrington Smith with the
Nearly
pick.
picked off. Nice job again by the defense, flying up the middle. It's our first chance to say Darius Briggs' name tonight as well.
Putting the pressure on there.
So another 3rd and long. Spartans have made a living of forcing this situation so far in this game. We're just joining us. It was 6-0 on a kick return on the opening kickoff of the game. So Trinity has not earned a 1st down offensively in this contest. They've got them on penalties, and they scored with special teams. Another play fake. This time he's got no man's land. And this time looking for flags. Scanning hard. Okay, I see a ref say 4th down. Okay.
Well, and it certainly looks like Trinity is realizing that they're going to have a difficult time running against the Spartans tonight. They've gone to the air now pretty consistently. But Spartan secondary doing a great job in coverage.
Sean Proctor back to return the kick.
We are certainly winning the field position battle tonight. We just have not had the opportunity to capitalize.
This kick gets away cleanly. It's a good one. Proctor will have a chance, though. Runs towards the near sideline. Across the 45 to the 40, and he gets hit there and knocked out of bounds about the 37 or 36-yard line. Nice job by Sean Proctor.
Yeah.
So Spartans again have fantastic field position. They started last drive, though, on the 14-yard line and came up empty. So nothing is guaranteed, but offense just got to start clicking. Getting close, getting close. Now this is the drive. Again, to remind you, both these teams 3-4 this season. Spartans' wins have come against Greencastle, Camp Hill, and a week ago at Boiling Springs.
Certainly doesn't look like an offense that put up 40-something points last week.
That's right, 41-0. Yeah, we knew the defense could pitch a shutout. They did it a week ago on the road. Thiago Nyanwu makes a nice cut, gets just across the line of scrimmage. Short gain on the play. Trinity really knew that one was coming. They read that one all the way.
At Dante Mineta again.
Dante took a shot there where you don't want to take shots.
That's going to leave a mark. As we mentioned, Trinity doing a good job disguising, or not disguising actually, where they're coming from, but they're certainly bringing all their backside linebackers, shooting the gaps.
So there's some clock confusion here. So the ref had actually blown his whistle to require Dante to leave the field because of an injury, but I think the clock continued to run. So minor delay here as they decide what the clock should be. Now
down to 12 seconds.
Should be, I think they were trying to make it a minute too. Spartans in their chocolate and gold tonight. Somebody tried to tell me it's brown and gold. I said, man, you don't play in Hershey and not call it chocolate. Come on now.
Well, but in the alma mater, it is referred to as brown and gold.
I know. I'm aware what the color actually is, but embrace what you got. Now we're up to 22 minutes. We're getting there.
We haven't seen the all-gold uniform that we saw the opening day.
Yeah. All right, now it's 1:22. Okay, so that is where they wanted it. Now we're ready. Naeem Cross with Thiago and Yanwu in the backfield. Avon Cross is standing on the near sideline, and he's going to throw it. He steps up in the pocket. Now he's got a lane. I knew he was going to put it down. Across the 30, 25, all the way down to the 20-yard line goes
Good
Naeem
discipline
Cross.
There. Actually had the Presidents to kind of keep it look like he was going to throw, freeze those linebackers, gives them more room to run.
It's like he really wanted to throw it, take a chance, and then that whole side of the field just opened up. And he had a chance to show everybody how fast he is. Because, I mean, he's just a big body back there. I don't think you can quite get a handle for how fast he is until you see him in person. This time he'll throw it. Oh, into no man's land, picked off. Picked off with room to work. I don't think anybody's going to catch him.
Carrington Smith was wide open, running a seam down the middle of the field.
Better than 80 yards the other way. Touchdown, Trinity.
That's one they're going to look back on the film and use as a coaching opportunity.
So Spartans have dominated defensively. They have quadruple the amount of offense in yards thus far in the contest.
As I mentioned, we've certainly been winning the field position battle. We started, they're 14, they're 35. Take away 2 big plays from them.
They're going to go for 2, try to make it a clean 14-point lead. A throw to the end zone is empty, but it's going to be pass interference. They'll get a half-yard closer. Chris Fernsworth is an early bump.
I know we're not supposed to get judgmental of officiating here, but from our angle, that was clearly not pass interference.
We're going to go uncatchable? You think Fernsworth? I'm with you. For the record, not much going on there.
I mean, we had a perfect angle on that, and there was absolutely nothing that would be considered pass interference.
So they got a half-yard closer here, or a yard, because it started at the 2, and now they're at the 1. So see if they change the play. They do come up, and Moody gets stuffed short anyway. So same result. Spartan defense continues its dominating force. They are yet to give up a first down.
We need a little help from the offense.
So 12-zip as it stands right here. Now the Spartans got to find a spark. Got to dig deep offensively, get something going. They've just got to tell themselves they've been dominating really the pace of play. They've been dominating the line of scrimmage. They've just got to find a way to finish a drive here.
Well, and again, this will be a test to, who they are as players, who they are with character. Do they focus on those 2 plays that put points up on the board? Are they going to focus on what's been working and the fact that they are theoretically been controlling the ball game?
So Carrington Smith, Sean Proctor, Thiago and Yanwu are back deep. And Yanwu's up a lot higher than he was originally. If you think about that pooch kick to start the game. And Fernsworth has dropped back a little bit.
Same thing. They're going to pooch it to the other side now.
Yep. Kind of dies there for Carrington. Cuts it upfield. Nice job by Carrington Smith. Spins away from a man.
Good run, Carrington.
He's out past the 30-yard line. All right, so that is where the Spartans will take over once again. 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's been a long first quarter, too. Really 35 minutes of actual time. Our next football broadcast will be 2 weeks from tonight. The regular season finale. Palmyra makes a short trip down here to Henry Hershey Field. We'll bring you that one here on MHSkids.org. You also watch on YouTube. Naeem Cross with Smith and Enyanu in the backfield gives it to Carrington. Carrington cuts it back, spins away from a man. Now just using his sheer strength to stay on his feet. Still never goes down. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 on first down.
You almost get a sense that the Spartans are trying to set up a big play. You know, we've got to get away from relying on those big plays because, you know, ultimately what we've seen all season long is, you know, it's those average plays that one of them breaks for a big one.
Here comes Naeem, breaks it outside. Might be a hold in there, but no flag. Naeem plunging ahead. There he goes across the 50 and
still going.
Goes out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Nice job by Naeem Cross. Big gainer. Give him 20. First and 10 at the 46-yard line, back into Trinity territory where the Spartans have basically been paying rent tonight but don't have anything to show for it. Naeem's got time here, moving the pocket, throws.
Got it.
And complete. Another first down, a sliding grab. And there he is. Marquand Kegler brings one in.
Good body positioning, getting himself down low to make that catch.
And that does it for the quarter. So, Spartans coming to life. Can they turn it into points? It's only 12-0. We got a long way to go, and we always said it's close when these two get together. Trinity and Milton Hershey, second quarter coming back right here on MHSkids.org. Second quarter now, Milton Hershey at home tonight against Trinity. Mike Straub and Jay Garvey with you. You know, sometimes a change of scenery helps. Maybe just changing direction can help these guys get moving in a better direction and finishing some drives. Naeem spins away on a fake handoff. Now he's looking to throw, makes a man miss, spins ahead. Smart play, nobody was there, turns it upfield.
Yep.
Doesn't really get much to show for all that work, but didn't make a big mistake either.
Well, and a play like that, again, it's going to keep the defense honest, prevents them from focusing solely on stopping that run. Hopefully we'll open up some things. We haven't seen the scissors trap that we've been seeing a lot of success with throughout the season.
Thiago Enyanu in the backfield with Naeem. This time Thiago has it. Sprints it outside, makes a man move, and then he runs over a couple of guys. Right at the marker.
Josiah Gibbs leading the way. Great block, sealing the edge for him.
Move the chains. First down, Milton Hershey School. First and 10 at the 22. Spartans knocking on the door once again. Temperature dropped a little bit and a little cooler in the stadium. This crowded backfield, a little too crowded. Naeem scoops it back up. He's going to turn it upfield. Another problem with the snap, and he loses 8 yards. Knocked out of bounds back around the 30, maybe more.
That has been an ongoing issue for us this year, getting that snap back. Looks like Isaiah Morales is checked in there on the offensive line, giving Xavier Oliver a breather.
She's back at the 29-yard line, so 2nd and 17. Naeem looking to throw it here. Down the middle of the field, too high. Incomplete. Comes up empty. So it'll be 3rd down and 17.
Just noticing how big that number 80 is. Kalen Veras, 6'7", 242. He's got a great matchup there with Stanford Mason.
Imagine the damage he does in the lunch line. Third in a bunch. And that is badly underthrown for Chiagi Onyeanu. So now it'll be 4th and 17. But you're really in no man's land here.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely going to be 4th down tournament.
Jeff Boger signals in the play. Keep your eye on Jaden Paris, top of your screen. Comes a blitz.
There he is, wide open in the middle of the field.
Naeem has to put it down. He's got to get all the way across the, gets close. Spinning right to the line, really.
It's going to be close.
Turnover, marked short.
Marcon Kegler was wide open right down the seam again.
He needed 17, he got 15. And that is where Trinity will take over. Another 4th down situation that comes up empty, deep in the opponent's territory. That's just been a headache-inducing trend this season.
Dylan Bird now checking in on the defensive line as well.
Timeout. Spartans. So Boger saw something out there. His team wasn't quite ready. So they take the timeout. Okay, so again, it's up to the defense to come up with the big play.
Might need the defense to start scoring for us here.
That's what I mean. And the thing is, you always kind of look at the way they're lined up and think they could at any moment.
Oh, yeah.
There's enough guys out there. They do such a good job running all over the field. And it's tough because it's the same guys who are out there on offense for the most part.
Yep.
See Naeem getting a well-deserved breather, talking things over with Jaden Paris and Stanford Mason. Levi Wager back out there. He's kind of took ownership of that left defensive end spot, and it's Clemente Ojinaga on the right side.
Name we haven't really mentioned is Jared Ross. Usually is in the mix of a lot of defensive plays. He's kind of their rover, covers the slot receivers. Nobody covered here because he came across the field.
They move the pocket to the right. It's their first down. Big hits. Chris Farnsworth, Carrington Smith lowering the boom.
There's a slot receiver, number 3.
No, that's Farnsworth. Excuse me, Chris Farnsworth, big hit.
Trey Moody, the 3rd. Came all the way across the field with nobody shadowing him. And
the take back wasn't a first down. Big gain of 9. So think about that. Trinity still doesn't have a first down with their offense in this game. Moody on another keeper. Right
close.
at
I think
he got it. Yeah, so now they do have their, that'll move the change for the first time. What's interesting is our chain gang put the 3 up, but the ref in the back had already moved him on. Tells you how close he really was. Anyhow, first down to the Shamrocks at the Milton Hershey 15-yard line. No, excuse me, 25. Scoreboard had it wrong temporarily. Kirchhoff looking to go deep. He's got his man. Nice pump fake and go, but it's dropped. And Josh Parra was moving over there in position.
Might have heard those footsteps.
And Christian Ruth Brown was catching back up, but it was really a well-thrown ball. So nice touch to feather it in there, but Spartans dodge a big gain at least. I don't think he was off to the races or anything, but they dodge a nice gain. So that'll be 2nd and 10, back at the 25 now. There's your big friend, Kalen Veras, lined up as a receiver now. They've got another man wide open, spinning away from Carrington Smith, but he's able to bring him down. Another nice gain for the Shamrocks, who suddenly their offense is clicking.
Good pass protection up front, too. Provided the opportunity for Tommy Kirchhoff to have the time to find his receiver.
First down out to the Milton Hershey 45. Excuse me, out to their own 45. Slow developing play, and the Spartans just eat that up. Levi Wager's there. Xavier Oliver is there. They say, don't even try that stuff. We're too big and angry for that. Loss of 4. So nice response from the big guys. High snap, designed keeper for Kirchhoff, and he gets away. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. It looked like Levi Wager was going to get him for a loss, but
he's not able to keep the contain out there. #1 rule of the end is make sure you keep that contain.
Actually, not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11, so Spartans force another 3rd and long. Got to come up with a stop here. Trailing 12-0 on a pair of untraditional touchdowns.
Yes.
Here comes some pressure. Kirchhoff running back the other way. Then he completes a short one, but a nice job. And
Chris Fernsworth coming up, making the play.
Great solo tackle by Fernsworth.
Good pressure up the middle by the defensive line. Dylan Bird getting his hand up there.
It really doesn't matter, you know. We're watching another night where the offense is struggling, but the defense is so fun to watch. Still keeps these games entertaining. And the offense is always just a play away. Maybe it's a special teams play. Sean Proctor had a nice return a few minutes ago.
Well, they certainly got everybody up on the line right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to bring it. Be careful.
Jared Ross.
Oh, no.
That's
going to be it's the only thing we said. You got to be careful.
That's an instance where you got to go for the ball. Where the ball's going to be when he drops.
He's an extremely non-traditional punter. If you watch the way he does it, he runs. He does a total rugby style.
Runs a couple steps to his right.
But it's a personal foul against Jared Ross.
I think what Boger's trying to argue here is if you do take off running, are you
It's a good point.
A running back?
It's not really a defenseless. I mean, he's still in the act of kicking, but it's a very different punting style.
Well, and again, what you're trying to do there, and what you got to coach, Jared up on is, you want to try and lay out and project where that ball is going to be. But as you mentioned, it's very difficult when you've got someone who's, taking 2-3 stutter steps and they're moving to the right. Very close there. It's kind of hard to come down on a kid for that.
So it's a 15-yard penalty now. Another penalty comes flying in. And it's offsides on the defense. So wheels are coming off. So that keeps the drive moving in the wrong direction for the Spartans. Now it's 1st and 5 from the 38-yard line. Spartans need to come up with one more big play on the defensive side. Trey Moody with a head of steam finally finds a hole for the first time. Still only gets about 4. It'll be 2nd and short.
Spartans standing around with their hands on their hips. A lot of those guys playing both ways on the line.
Their Spartan trainer just walking on the field. Now he's running off the field. So 2nd and a long 1. No additional confusion.
Referee over here talking to Coach Boger, maybe trying to get a clarification.
Meanwhile, the Spartans can put Naeem Cross back on the field. Well, we're all just kind of waiting for something.
It's kind of a funky game
to tell you about. Yeah, just everything's out of flow for this one. There's the snap, spins away. Tommy Kirchhoff keeps it. And then does a nice job plunging ahead to pick up the first down.
Certainly sold that ball fake very well.
He was stuck in no man's land for a moment and was able to turn it upfield and get some yards. And that's the example of seniors. I mean, these guys have been out there enough times to, when you think they're in trouble, they know where to go. They doesn't get scared, makes a play. First down, Trinity. Play fake, looking to throw it. Kirchhoff has plenty of time.
Got a guy
going
downfield.
Deep. Fernsworth got to get up.
Chris
breaks
Fernsworth,
it up.
great coverage again. Good body position.
Fernsworth, a 5'9", 171-pound junior. He's done a nice job tonight throughout. Has an interception. Hey, there's our old friend Cameron Webster checking into the game. Made a name for himself in that season opener. We haven't
freshman
waiting for the freshman to have an impact moving forward. And now he's back on the field. Kirchhoff's got it again.
Good pass
rush.
Some
pursuit. Big pursuit. Dumped off. It's up in the air. Goes incomplete.
Wow. Great job by Avon Cross.
Yeah, Avon Cross was finally the man who got to the quarterback. Man, Trinity fortunate that wasn't a loss of 15 or worse. 3rd and 10, another 3rd and long situation here. The Spartan defense is forced. Let's see, Tyke Branch Hamilton got hurt a couple weeks ago. Trying to get the crowd going. He's still injured. Good to see him up and walking around, but not limping too much right now. Also, Jelani Licorice out of pads tonight with Shamar Manning. That's kind of the injured group. All guys who have had an impact in different games this year, who are ashamed to see all those guys hurt tonight. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back right after this. MHSkids.org.
Today we're going to use milk for a different reason. We're going to make ice cream.
This is going to be interesting. The students are, making a prediction about certain things.
Something so simple as making ice cream has a lot of chemical properties to it.
Whether physical changes are taking place or chemical changes are taking place.
Also, I want you to think through, why is additional fat important to ice cream?
Like endothermic reactions and exothermic reactions.
Yes.
They can kind of tell whether their prediction was correct or not, which is all part of the scientific process.
3rd and 10, Kirchhoff dropping back. Here comes, avoids a man. One more man. Now it's picked off. There's a flag on the play. It's a great pickoff right now by Levi Wager. Another flag comes flying in.
Josh Parr, though, shaking his head. I'm afraid that's going to maybe come back. Yep.
Sean Proctor's also waving him back. I know they're going to get a holding, a defensive holding. Oh, man, Levi Wager, great hands. Now they're moving the other way.
Picked up the flag. Offsetting. All right, there it is. There's the spark.
The penalties win against Trinity. So there's the spark. Maybe that can be something that gets them going. But, I mean, the defense has done it before. They come up with another big play tonight. The Spartan offense has got to get it going right now. It's still just 12-0, 6:18 to go in the second quarter. Levi Wager, what a job. What a strange play for Trinity that Kirchhoff just never got rid of the football. He was running around for his life with nowhere to go, 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Thinks he finally dumps it off, and Wager is there to come up with it. So now Naeem goes back to work, gives it to Thiago. Thiago, the nice big block in front, moving ahead.
Still
inside the 10-yard line before he finally goes down. And who's the crucial man to make that block when they need it? Carrington Smith steps up and hits a body to spring that play.
And and again, we've talked about it since the beginning of the season. That is the hard running we know that they're capable of, and it is so powerful and so damaging.
So 1st and goal from the 7.
Need to punch it in right here. Send a message.
Naeem gets outside, runs a couple of guys over, and he falls at the 2. Now the 1. So another nice run.
Spartans need to be careful. A little bit of a
but it could be
extracurricular.
Veers or Veras too is really just asking for it, just hanging around where he shouldn't be. He knows it.
Looks like they're on about the 1-foot line.
That's good, getting their head a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. 5:30 to go here in the second quarter.
Watch that right side of the line.
Chiago ahead, comes up empty.
Stanford Mason just burying number 80. Kalen Varus just pancaking him.
Well, that's what he gets for hanging around where he shouldn't be in the previous play. However, though, Shamrocks make a play, so that makes it 3rd and goal here. Got to have it. Ball at the 2-yard line. Loss of 1 on that play. It's taking a while here
again
to get set. Naeem keeps it here. And Naeem is in. Touchdown, Naeem Cross.
Watch that block by Stanford Mason. Taking that 6'7", 242.
Well, if you're scoring at home, Stanford Mason comes 6'4", 311. So he can pick up a 242 and put him on his back anytime he needs to. And look, there's your boy Veers saying that he was trying to look for a call. The ref's saying, no, that's legal, son.
Twice.
Yeah. But you're right. I don't think too many people throw Mr. Veers around too often.
No.
All right, so Spartans are on the board, 12-6, and the extra point is up and no good.
Oh.
Pulled it left.
Seemed to be the timing was off on that.
Spartans answer back with a punch of their own.
Yep.
And we got a game on our hands on MHSkids.org. So the defense just got to keep that same momentum going.
Yep.
And you see the spirits lifted on the sideline. They're checking on a guy who's cramping up down there. Everybody's giving him a high five. I can't see who it is getting stretched out by the trainer right now, but everybody giving him high fives and doing a nice job on that drive. And it is, it's Levi Wager, the man who came up with the interception. Stay loose, man. And we've talked about, as you mentioned, Jay, tonight, the defensive ends throughout the year have suddenly become these, can't miss guys.
Yeah.
And they're both underclassmen. Wager a junior, Ojanaka a sophomore. But a lot of credit goes to, let's not kid ourselves, Xavier Oliver just picking up bodies in the middle, allows them to go to work on the end. Nice kick from Andy Harrington here. Trey Moody's back there, the head of steam, but Spartans have it covered. Excuse me, that's DeMonte Porter, another sophomore. It's Trinity. As much as we talk about their senior leadership and senior experience, they've got plenty of sophomores running out there as well. Got to believe the Shamrock faithful, who seem to surround us in the press box, just in case you were wondering, have got to be feeling good about their future. So Kirchhoff goes to work from the shotgun. It's 4:41 to go here. Gives it to Moody. He's got a big lane to work with. Nice block on the outside. And he's got a big gain all the way into the Spartan bench.
Zion Paris made the hit inbounds, but certainly.
No, I mean, no fun to take a ride like that, but really that's a credit to Trey Moody's hard running that he ended up sliding all the way into the bench. And that's not us just being homers. We call out plenty of penalties on the Spartans that we watched. I don't think that one was necessarily a penalty or a dirty play.
That was just pure physics.
There's no flags, yeah. And he gets it right back. I hope you weren't too tired. He's got another big lane to the other side. He's got another first down. Man, Shamrock's responding in a big way. They've gone about 40 yards in 2 plays. Trey Moody back-to-back first downs.
Looks like Darius Briggs might be.
Yeah, an injured Spartan out there is Briggs. If you're Boger, saying, yeah, take your time. Let's reset things defensively here without having to use a timeout.
It's 2 powerful runs.
Yeah.
For about 35 yards.
Slow him down a little bit. Briggs is walking off under his own power, not limping too much. Looks aggravated, but hopefully it's nothing too serious. 4:25 to go. First down, Trinity from the Milton Hershey 36-yard line. Another handoff. This time the Spartans are up to the challenge. So, like we said, little delay tactics, nothing to worry about. We hope that Briggs is okay. He's still walking around on his own on the sideline, not even with the trainer anymore. So hopefully he just needed a moment to kind of walk it off, stretch it out a bit.
36.
Second and 10, no gain on the play, no loss either.
Somebody
got
jumped.
some movement. I believe it's on the Shamrocks. Looked to me like the first movement was white jerseys. We'll see.
Yeah,
that's what it is. False start. Okay, so Spartans catch a break here. Make it 2nd and 15. Clock was running, though. Might have to have a delay here to reset the clock. It's kind of the the tone of the night. Just kind of a strange, everybody's out of sync. And it's not Halloween yet.
I was going to say, is it a full moon?
Now they're having trouble again resetting the time. I think they want 3:43. Instead, they have 34.3 seconds. And the stadium waits in suspense.
Yes, it's all on the clock operator. Take this opportunity. Talk about, for if you have anybody that you might know might be interested in learning about the school, you can see there our website where you can go on and learn about all the opportunities. The admission staff will be out across the state and communities sharing the good news of Milton Hershey School.
2nd and 15. Kirchhoff has it. Here comes Ojanaka.
He was held.
Now it's fired over the middle and too high.
Great pressure.
Yeah, that was just Clemente doing it all by himself. There was 2 guys trying to stop him, and he was spinning and working and spinning. And the pass went flying over everybody's head. So, another 3rd and long. See what the Spartans can come up with here. Might potentially be 4-down territory for Trinity. I don't think they have anybody's going to kick it all the way to the end zone, but you at least think of getting 7 here and 7 more in the next one. Play fake. Got some time. Now he's going deep. Fernsworth has got it covered again, though. Looking for Devontae.
Christian Ruth Brown on the coverage.
And I keep thinking it's Fernsworth on that side, but you're right. Fernsworth on the other side. Christian Ruth Brown did a nice job. So the punt team does come out.
Okay,
Sean Proctor retreats all the way back to inside his own 5.
See if they unleash Jared Ross again here.
And now you're only down by 6. Let's get that ball back and go to work. Man in motion. Sometimes it always makes you think it's a fake on a punt when the guy goes in motion. And it is. Lobbed in no man's land and picked off.
Parra.
Josh Parra has it. Stays on his feet. There goes Josh Parra
and
to the sideline. Josh Parra's got a wall of Spartans around him, and there he goes. Josh Parra to the end zone. Spartans come up with some special team magic of their own, and we're tied at 12.
We've been waiting for him all year long to put one in the end zone. Didn't think it would come on an interception, but we'll certainly take it.
Oh, that one just feels good. You know that these guys have been dejected, kind of feeling like they got nickel and dimed out of some touchdowns. Then they shut the door. I'm just going to say I snuffed out the fake.
You did. You called it. Your in-depth analysis, Tony Romo.
Well, I was signaling it in, too.
Yes.
But nice job. And like you said, Josh Parra, guys, has been adjusting the football all year.
Going for 1 here.
1 in the lead.
There's a nice kick.
And it's good. Andy Harrington shows everybody that we can make an extra point in this field tonight. And the Spartans lead the game just like that.
Well, and you got to think that's probably why Boger does that. Now he's got the lead.
Well, we said the defense was going to be the ones we needed to make a play. That's 3 big plays by the defense. And now the Spartans have the lead in this contest, 13-12. The temperature
still
continues to drop. That's right, still 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. This game, I hope you took a nap earlier today if you had a moment to, because it could be a long one.
Did you take one, Mike? You were up early. You were up early this morning.
I just stay up. That's my thing. Who can sleep when Spartan football is on the horizon, Jay? I'm telling you, 13-12 now, just like that. And
another big game in Pennsylvania tomorrow night. You're not going to be able to sleep tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. I wish we were doing that game.
I think the traffic up to Happy Valley's already started on 322.
Well, they asked me if I want to do the game. I said I'll only do it if Jay Garvey can come too. And they said, well, we have to think about that.
I got to cut grass.
Yeah. And that ball goes bouncing, fielded at about the 16-yard line.
Oh, no.
And here goes Trinity responding to the big play of their own. Andy Harrington's got to make a play.
Attaboy, Andy.
The Spartans do catch up with Mr. DeMonte Porter. That sophomore has showed his speed tonight. So they're trading punches now. How about this? We go under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Shamrocks have life. Their best field position of the contest after a change of possession.
As with the case of kickers on those, you don't necessarily have to make the tackle, but you got to slow them down so someone else can get there. And Andy did a great job.
And I didn't quite see who finished the play, but nice job recovering by the Spartans to get back and make a stop and make Tommy Kirchhoff beat you offensively. So there goes Tommy under a little bit of pressure here. Clemente gets to him. That ball's underthrown. Carrington,
he got it.
What a job.
He got it.
And they say he.
Back judge is going to call it.
Why would the back judge have a better view than the guy coming running in?
The back judge, who was behind him by 15 yards, is going to call it.
The guy in front says catch. The guy behind doesn't.
And Boger's all over him.
Now, it was incredibly close. I'm not going to say that we had the best view of it up here, but the refs had conflicting. They didn't even discuss it. They just let the other guy more emphatically say it hit the ground. Great job by Carrington, regardless. So now regroup, do it again.
Play was certainly set up by the great pass rush.
Yep. This one's thrown. He's got a man. Oh, and it's dropped. Just dropped.
Wow.
So Spartans catch another break there.
2 big drops for the Shamrocks.
Yeah.
Hey, and the other thing, too, what they're doing is they're not burning much time here.
No, they are not.
Spartans can stop them here, possibly get the ball back with well over 2 minutes.
Got to make one more stop. Avon Cross is lined up at the other defensive end, filling in Wager's spot.
Timeouts left.
See if they can turn this upfield again. Pocket goes moving towards them. Here comes some more. There's a flag.
We got a flag.
Spartans chasing after Kirchhoff. He's got nowhere to go and finally just runs out of bounds. Somebody's got to teach that guy to throw the ball away.
Yep. Got to believe that's a hold.
It's a hold, but it's a loss of 5 anyway. Decline, 4th and 15.
Yep, decline.
Yeah.
Put him back. Hopefully they're going to take a punt. And again, Spartans are going to get the ball. 2.5 minutes left.
.236 to go. And what looked like a very promising possession for Trinity after a nice return and a couple of big plays. I guess just a nice big return. Spartan defense up to the task again. Kick is away cleanly this time. No thought of a fake, and it's kicked right out of bounds. They're not going to mess with Sean Proctor. And keep moving, ref. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. 30-yard line. Okay, so that's where the Spartans take over. 70 yards away with 2:30 to go.
Plenty of time. Spartans got 2 timeouts.
So Spartans got to get 70 yards to go here until the halftime break. Here's what they have the rest of the way. Trinity tonight, then at undefeated top-ranked Middletown next week, and then Palmyra back at home here to wrap up the regular season. I say regular season, you got to think positively. If the Spartans can win out, they'd get a playoff spot, but they absolutely have to win out. Naeem Cross gives it to Carrington. Carrington's got a lane for a moment, keeps spinning, keeps moving those legs.
Still
so
going.
strong. Now
First
the whole
down.
pile moves, and that'll stop the clock and move the chains. Nice job, Carrington Smith
Good
and
hard
everybody
running.
else. Credit even Jaden Paris coming from a receiver spot to jump into that fray and help that pile keep moving. All right, ball is set, clock moving again, 2:18 to play here in the half. Now some confusion about who's supposed to be where. Unfortunately, 2 minutes of that tonight, but maybe they just put in some new packages this week. Naeem's got it, design keeper. Runs into a man, and now he's stuck. Does a nice job falling forward, but some frustration from Boger on the sidelines. That play looked like it was destined from trouble from the beginning. It looked like Chiago and Naeem were reading different things on the wristbands, and it's a loss of 4, maybe 3. Clock runs. Remember, Milton Hershey has 2 timeouts. See if they make any attempts to go to the air. At the same time, if you're Boger, you're probably happy to take a 13-12 lead. That ball's on the ground.
Like Naeem had a hard time taking that snap, and Carrington was able to pick it up.
Stanford Mason and his man getting tangled way, way back. Mason looking around like, can I get some help? It was Brian Bodle. Clock's still running.
Oh. Officials timeout.
So 3rd and 14, really 15 as you, with your eyes there. Scoreboard's being too kind.
Clock is running.
Yeah, at this point, I think Boger's happy to eat up as much time as possible. Naeem will think about throwing it, and he does, and he misses his man badly. So that actually stops the clock, and that'll make it 4th down. Okay, so now the Spartans got to get a clean kick away. And keep in mind that Trinity also has 2 timeouts. So there's a little confusion on that possession. They never looked quite ready for it. Not quite ready for the 2-minute drill with maybe the new plays added this week. Parra back to kick. He's gotten a couple of good ones away tonight. Needs one here. Under some pressure. It's a little bit short, but it'll do the job.
Good bounce.
Takes a good Spartan bounce.
Run some more time.
No, just let it go. All right, so 36 seconds, and
be interesting to see here if Trinity comes out trying to throw and move the ball. They too have 2 timeouts left.
they just swapped 30-yard line. Spartans drive started at the 30. Trinity will start at the 30. Kirchhoff leads him out. Keep your eye on that man, DeMonte Porter, number 1. He's at the top of your screen.
They've been running him in motion. I'm wondering if we're going to see a jet sweep out of him here shortly.
He has shown plenty of speed.
You got trips to the right.
He's hiding up there. Some nice protection here for Kirchhoff. Lets it fly.
Man.
Complete. So you said they come out throwing and see what happens.
See if they call their timeout here quick.
Wasn't the worst coverage either. Just give credit to Trajan Ruiz coming back to make a play.
Yep, there's the timeout.
27.5 seconds.
27-yard pass play. Timeout. Trinity, their second timeout of the second quarter, first half.
Just tell those there'll be plenty of water and rest in the locker room, defensive line. Bring some pressure as hard as you can right now.
You know, you'd hate to see, too, the Spartans, taking momentum here in this second quarter. Hate to see them lose some of that here going into the half.
The crowd's filled in a little bit. Happy to see that. Support these guys at home. We appreciate you supporting these guys from wherever you are tonight. Being with us on MHSkids.org. Happy to bring you these live streams every chance we can. First down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, double pass.
Yep, you knew it. It's coming. Here it comes. Moody's underthrows it badly. Josh Parra has his second. Josh Parra, another interception.
Yep.
That's like the goalie, you know, going up in the corner kick.
Fighting for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only difference is when you're the goalie, you're the only guy who can use your hands. A slight advantage. Nice job by Josh Parra, though. And, you know, the Spartans were not faked out on that play. Maybe they've seen tape of that because there was not a lot of defensive backs falling for that initial pitch.
No, and a little bit too much air under that throw.
Yeah, the ball just slipped, got away from Trey Moody. And credit Josh Parra, though, disciplined enough to be in the right place.
There's nobody covering Jaden Paris. Now they go out there, but
18 seconds. Spartans look like they're going to try something. They've still got those 2 timeouts. But at the same time, do you want to make a mistake?
Oh, they're going to throw it.
Avon's got to make a run.
2 touchdowns last week from brother to brother.
We'll see a little bit more from Avon just kind of getting after that. Parra comes in and replaces him. Might take another shot, 13.5 seconds here. This time they give it to Carrington Smith. Well, Carrington's got a lane for a minute, stays up. Nice job, Carrington Smith. Always fighting. 5 seconds. Stops the clock.
Boger will call timeout here. Or hope he can tank going in. Oh, he's going to take it.
He does it. He calls it.
Get 1 shot here.
It's already been an hour and 20-minute half. You might as well. And I mean, by comparison, a lot of times we're at halftime after about an hour. So tells you the way the pace of this game has been slow. As a fog sets in across Henry Hershey Field, right at the kind of tree line, eye level from the press box. Look at that. You can see it tonight.
Spooky.
Getting into the spirit of the season. All right, back to action. Naeem Cross takes one last instruction from Coach Boger.
4 receiver set.
Looking at Jaden Paris and Josh Parra.
5 receiver.
Carrington Smith on the small side of the field. Got to have some protection for the man. Tucks it. Naeem's just going to run it. We're out of time.
That'll be it.
Go down. Okay, so that is the half. After all that, and I mean all that, Milton Hershey leads
20 minutes.
13-12, a real change of direction. We had some wild plays. We'll reset things here at the halftime break, bring you some fantastic programming, and then we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action in just a few minutes. You are watching Milton Hershey football on MHSkids.org.
There is no better place to find your spark than at Milton Hershey School. A place where you're surrounded by love, opportunity, and high expectations. Ask yourself, if not here, then where? If not now, then when? Finding our passion requires us to live from the inside out because our sparks come from within. Our passion is formed by who we are where we came from, what we believe, where we are going, and who we want to be. So let's strive to be creators of positive sparks. Let's challenge ourselves to light candles of encouragement throughout the entire school community. We can't let anything dim the light that shines within. Our purpose is developed and revealed during the darker times of our life. The darker it gets, the spark within shines brighter and our purpose becomes even more clear. No amount of darkness can hide your spark of light. Find your spark. Be the spark. Share your spark. I truly believe that each of us is destined to make a difference. That we are made to accomplish amazing things.
Eastern PA, moved out here my 8th grade year. Yeah, shooting hoops, playing a little basketball. So how many games are you going to be coming to this year?
I'm going to try and come to every one.
Even the away games?
Even the away games, oh my.
Yeah, she's like my best friend. I'm the baby, so you know, she always nurtured and cared for me the most and stuff. To me, a spark moment is something that changes your view on everything else, and it really makes you want to work harder to do what you want to do. My biggest spark moment would be my father passing away my sophomore year. I was coming back from a basketball game. We came back on the bus, we just won and stuff, so everybody having a good time, we're all talking, and my sister told me like, Dad passed away. And it's just like, I broke down right away. I didn't really want to talk to nobody, because like, I want my dad to see me graduate and everything, see me walk across the stage and stuff. And the way I seen it is like, well, he's never going to see me do that now.
I said, son, yes, he will. He's gone, but he's still with you.
You're so young and you're losing a parent, you're losing your parents already. It's like, how do you even like comprehend that? Like, that's your parent, they nurtured you growing up and everything. It's like, now you lost one of your key figures in your life that's been there all your life. So it's like, wow, it's like, how do you come back from that? And then after that happened, I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, like, my education, all that I was doing, go as far as I can to make him proud. So it's like, if I'm not doing it for nobody else, do it for him, because he's watching over me now. So I gotta make him proud up there.
John, when you get up, give me a call, because I thought that would be earlier.
It was a voicemail of my father. I never got rid of any of his voicemails, so. I keep it because I'll never be able to talk to him face to face, so that's his voice, like that's a remembrance of him. So every time I hear it, it just makes me feel better. I want him to see a better version of himself. Like, that's my boy right there, but he's becoming better than me, better than I was. And he's going further than what I did and doing more than what I could have done. I want him to know that he set that platform, set the pedestal for me. He set the bar for me to get there and go past it. And I'm doing it all for him. If you're doing something with no purpose, then you're not really doing it at all.
I think God gave me the gift of being a runner.
The strongest part of her is her heart. Okay, ready, go.
I'm born to run. My name is Tatiana Gibson, and I'm a sophomore at Mount Hershey School.
There you go.
I came here in 4th grade. Before then, I was always like really athletic.
She's a tough kid. Being a teenager is a very difficult time in life. All of us have been through it.
People say you ugly, or people say that I'm not cute, but I don't let that get to me. I just put it through running because that's what's gonna make me even stronger and better.
Tati, toe up. You don't want to give them any room at all. Her best place is when she's running on the track. Ready, go. That is where she is at her best. She's most confident.
A spark is that moment in life where everything changes.
I think it's the actual physical act of running, the competition, that is the spark for her. 121, that's perfect, Tati. You got it, good job.
Coach Melly, when we talk and stuff, like I feel that she's like there for me all the time, and I trust her a lot.
Tati has been very open with me that she does have verbal communication issues. It's a weakness of hers. I know she's working extremely hard to overcome that, and her communication with me has become stronger.
Yeah, I tell her anything, and she'll give me like feedback.
61, 62, you're right on. Her spirit continues to rise.
Yeah, I'm positive.
And she expects great things of herself.
My dream is to become a future Olympian.
Ready, go.
I think my spark to people is like my smile, because I make everybody laugh and smile.
Sometimes it's much better to have that smile even if you're not having a good day, because it becomes contagious to other people around you.
My message is be forever strong.
Atta girl. Keep those arms moving.
Never give up, just keep on going.
Atta girl, now go out strong.
Never end your race, just keep on finishing it.
When you find something that makes your blood rise in a good way, makes your heart race in a good way, you need to use that as your spark and continue to do that makes you feel that way as long as you can.
Future Olympian, right here, this moment.
This is Student Home Piazza, and we are painting rocks for the Facebook group Set in Stone's Hidden Rocks to brighten our community.
I've created 2 rocks already. It'd be great if somebody found my rock, because I would want to know if they like brought them cheer or something.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to be kind. Kindness is free. You can pay it forward, you can be a spark. You know, MHS talks about being a spark. This is a way to be a spark. You can spread that kindness, spread that encouragement, spread that care. In the process, teach them things like caring and empathy.
If you make someone else happy, and if they're having a bad day, they could be happy for the rest of the day and make someone else feel happy.
That's great. I mean, they get it. They get it from simple little things. There's so many people in the world that are hurting, and knowing the backgrounds of the students that come to MHS, their fellow classmates, you know, could stand just somebody to reach out to them, and to teach them in a different way helps them be a little bit more sensitive to the others around them, and they can be role models for others in this community and the community beyond.
What really makes us proud are the day-to-day experiences that our students are having with our staff that literally are changing their perspective, that are changing their dreams, that are inspiring them to be even better every day that they're here. That's what really makes Milton Hershey School special. A question I ask myself all the time is, how did Milton and Catherine Hershey understand that their school would be timeless and that their idea and their vision? I mean, there is no more time than now when a school like Milton Hershey School is more relevant, when schools are focused about the importance of character and leadership development. It really speaks to the brilliance of Milton and Catherine Hershey, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't reflect on that, to think, how did they really comprehend that their school would be as important and as successful and as big and as strong as it is 107 years later.
So this is our annual bike rodeo.
Yeah, love riding bikes.
This year we're actually come up to the middle school.
Now here's a whole bunch more numbers.
We follow Derry Township ordinance and we register every bike.
Riding a bike is great for kids. It's the first vehicle they take care of.
You get their helmets inspected. The goal is safety.
Kids need to bring their own bikes, and they come with varying degrees of being put together or being rideable.
Fix any loose bolts, seats, tires, you name it.
He's making sure the brakes are nice and tight and just double checking all the gears.
We also like to promote the networking that the students get to meet all of our departments. It's that connection that we can interact with the students.
Oh, it's a close one. Slow it down, slow down.
Also helps them learn skills to be able to take care of something that's theirs. They take pride in it. They take pride in being able to ride it.
It's really good.
It's really about having kids go out and have a good time on a bike in a safe manner.
I came to Milton Hershey School August 18th, 1980.
August 4th, 2013.
June 19th, 1957.
February 23rd, 2015.
September 25th, 1933.
September 26, 2011.
October 22nd, 1977.
August 20, 1991.
Enrollment Day is incredibly meaningful to almost every single Milton Hershey School student. Enrollment Day was the day their life changed.
August 4th, 2013.
August 12th, 1991.
January 5th, 1981.
December 9th, 1989.
October 14th, 1981.
It's the day that my life changed completely. I'll never forget it. Never.
Well, I think the one thing with the Bears that we've done over the years is a lot of community events, and we haven't done a lot with the Milton Hershey School over the years, and it's something we talked about this summer about getting our players a little bit more involved with Milton Hershey and just what it represents not only for the area but the students themselves. We thought we'd bring them over and really give them just a feel of what goes on and what the school's about.
It's all one big community here in Hershey, so to be able to come to the school here and see how they do things and kind of hang out for a bit and just share some laughs and share some lunch. It's great.
Today we came out to the apple orchard with Mr. Miller. This is fun because we get to make apple ciders with the apples and we get to pick the apples. We had to come out and walk and pick a crate, and then we could start picking apples, and we had to count how much were in the tree. There were a lot. There were 220 apples that were in our tree. I like apples because they're good for you.
Many different sizes and shapes.
It's a cool rocket ship pumpkin.
There's a lot of different types, so pick 2, 3 different types you like and put in your bag.
A little pumpkin.
They're learning as they're doing.
I found one right here.
Having the students out, realizing where their food comes from, how it's grown, how it's raised is very important.
Does that look like sweet corn to you guys? It's a very pretty color, right?
Yeah, it's red and black.
To get out and explore, do some hands-on activities is a good way to enhance their learning.
Well, there's the Spartan. He's ready to go for the third quarter. Actually, give credit to the guy in there tonight. He's been making the rounds through the stands, talking to some of the young kids who are sticking it out here as the temperature seems to drop. So we're enjoying ourselves. He's enjoying himself, and the Spartans are leading things 13-12. Nothing to worry about. We're about a minute away from getting started here in the third quarter of play. Spartans getting stretched out, getting loose. Jay Garvey, Mike Straub alongside here for this one. The heaters have come back on in the press box, so not on our side. We're good.
I did a little investigating. I don't think that was a fog. That was smoke from the snack bar.
Well, where's that action? Bring it on up. If you're watching in the snack bar, we'll take two. Anyways, so Spartans, as out of sorts as they appeared for the majority of that half, and as many chances they seem to slip through their fingertips, they lead by 1. I'm just going to say, if you were with us in the pregame show, there's something about when these two teams get together. I don't know if it's, Jeff Boger's, cut his teeth, so to speak, as the head coach at Trinity. Something about when Milton Hershey and Trinity play football, it's always a dogfight. Doesn't matter the records. And I know it's divisional foes. They just seem to always have an evenly matched up squads, and they seem to almost kind of mirror each other. On years when Milton Hershey gets pretty good, Trinity seems to follow them, and vice versa. This is almost year in and year out a tough tough
Well, and between the two schools, there's a lot of competition, not only in football, but basketball historically. There's been a lot of really good basketball games in the past, even going down to divisional playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of competition between these two schools.
There was a buzzer beater in basketball. Yeah. Just a couple of, was that just last season? Unbelievable games with those against Trinity. You're exactly right. So some programs that know each other, some guys that get to know each other pretty well through their 4 years playing high school sports. And now the Spartans will start with the ball, because if you're with us in the early goings, 6 of Trinity's 12 points came on a return of the opening kickoff of the game.
The other 6 were on a turnover. I'll go ahead and say it was an ugly first half. I mean, we had fumbled snaps.
Yeah.
We had some penalties. We killed ourselves when we got great field position.
Another pooch kick. They're running into each other, but that is Hunter Hanley running back, securing it like an outfielder and getting down on the turf. And actually, it was so confident, you wonder if that was talked about in the locker room. Say, listen, they're not going to try. They're getting tricky on every kickoff.
Yep.
Have sure hands and get on the ground. We don't need to mess around.
You hate seeing a guy running backwards to catch a kickoff, though. It's kind of like in baseball.
Oh, sure.
You always give, you defer to the guy coming in.
No doubt about it, but happy to not see two guys looking at each other saying, do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it?
Yeah.
Do you want it? Do you want it? And then it's on the turf.
Or running into each other.
Yeah.
So we'll focus on the positive.
Yeah. Well played, Hunter Hanley. 6'1" junior. Okay, so Naeem Cross out there has got his buddies Chiago and Carrington with him in the backfield. Carrington takes this one, spins away. Carrington has such an ability to absorb that initial contact.
Yep.
Rarely goes down the first time he's hit. And the same goes for Chiago, same goes for Naeem. All three of those guys run so hard.
Yep, all the running backs were very well coached. But the thing I really like about Carrington, those legs never stop. And he's sneaky fast.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, there's some kids that look fast, but he's sneaky fast.
Yeah, and I'd say the same about Naeem. Big guy, can really move. So now it's Chiago in the backfield with Naeem. Naeem's going to keep it this time. Goes laterally, looking for a seam, and he's brought down.
Once again, Spartans cannot catch the edge there. When you're trying to go wide, it's all about who wins the edge. Trinity did a good job on that one.
Almost all the way back to the initial line of scrimmage. That's a shame. 6 yards in the wrong direction. He's 3rd and 9, maybe 5 yards.
It seems to be one of the things we have lost since we've had Naeem come into quarterback is we did, when we had Shamar as a quarterback, there was that scissors trap, like that fake, to one and then in a reverse. We don't have that right now.
Well, it's right there, actually. Carrington bursts ahead for
okay, you know what else we haven't had? 4. Like a nice 90-yard touchdown run. A couple of up-the-seam touchdown throws.
Well, I felt like that trap play got so worn out in the Hershey game that the teams were starting to sit on it.
Yeah.
So they had to mix it up. But I agree with you. No reason to abandon it completely. But I feel like that was the film that everybody had by this point in the season. Because all these guys trade tapes. Very interesting. You know, it's high school football, but these guys all trade tape with each other and analyze it to no end. So Parra back to kick, but there are flags everywhere, and it's a false start. So we'll have to do it again 5 yards back. Well, that wonderful smelling fog seems to have dissipated, but I can smell it in the
You can smell the burgers now, yeah.
So Parra back to kick. Spartans go 3 and out in their initial possession here of the third quarter, leading by 1. Parra gets this one away, end over end. Fair catch is called for, but it's on the turf. Trinity's able to clean it up. So that's where Trinity will take over.
Down there doing a good job on coverage.
Crisp, cool evening here, but for mid-October, you cannot complain about this one. Can't worry about the conditions. All right, defense has come up with a bunch of big plays already. They made enough big plays really for 2 games worth to pat them on themselves on the back. Handoff moves outside, runs into his own man, and down he goes.
Zion Parrish, great job there of stuffing that.
Jay, I had a moment. I don't have too many moments of brilliance. I don't come up with many good ideas, admittedly. I had a great one recently.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about in a broadcast, I think it was back at the Hershey game, we said, if this was Ohio State, they'd put Buckeyes on their helmets.
Yes.
Why don't they put Hershey Kisses on the helmets? As another nice play, give that man a Hershey Kiss. Why don't they put Hershey Kiss stickers on their helmets for making great plays? Can you, I mean.
Where else could you do it?
Exactly. How good idea? Is that a good idea? I know that's a good idea. You don't have to tell me.
I'm sure somebody at the Hershey company will pipe in, but technically if they were gold, aren't they like called hugs though?
Oh my gosh. You see, and you could go crazy though. You could have all sorts of.
And a hug is much more appropriate for like a big hit.
Well, there's varietals now of Hershey Kisses.
Oh.
So you could do all sorts of, you could have different stickers for different plays.
We're looking for someone from the Hershey company to propose that and sponsor that.
Oh, man, look at Kirchhoff running. Got him. Man, it's complete. Unbelievable. Here I've been picking on Kirchhoff all game long for wasting time back there. That time he finally turns it into a huge play. Big, big gain.
He was pretty close to the line of scrimmage there.
And Trinity comes to life.
If you only knew somebody in the communications department that probably could make that happen.
I mean, it's probably somebody in the athletics department is going to have to, break the mold of tradition to go along with something like this. So there's another nice play.
Certainly would be something they'd have to sneak past Coach Geyer.
Right. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2 as Trinity kind of goes no huddle here, trying to move things ahead. There's another first down, and this will be
veer option.
So suddenly Colby Allen Rigg has back-to-back carries. First time we've seen him touch the ball in this game, but he's another senior running back for this Trinity squad. 1st and goal. And there goes Colby Allen again. He's stopped at the 5-yard line.
You almost sense that Trinity knows they've kind of got Spartans kind of on the ropes right here. They are certainly not taking the foot off the pedal.
Kirchhoff drops back now in the shotgun. And then he comes up. It's a keeper
right
straight ahead. Oh, Spartans are ready for it, though. Oh, he spins away. Make it 3rd and goal from the 2. Bend but don't break. That's what you hear coaches say constantly. Can the Spartans come up with a stop here? Kirchhoff again straight ahead.
And usually this is where they bring in Stanford Mason on this goal line defense. Let's see if they bring him in here.
4th down. The hand goes up on both sides. The refs agree, so he is not in. I don't think the Spartans have been able to make any subs. They've been running this no huddle. Can't get anybody on the field.
Good point, yeah. Might be why they're doing it. Got Dylan Bird, Xavier Oliver.
So here's a big moment. 4th down. They're going to go for it. A 1-point game.
Let's see if he comes up under center again here.
Oh, you know he is. Same play over and over and over. Jumping ahead.
I think they stopped him. Nope.
Arms waving,
Nope.
arms waving.
Yep, first down.
Turnover on
Spartans.
downs. What a job by the Spartan D. Once again up to the challenge. Avon Cross lets out a scream in celebration. Clemente Ojanaka just casually walks off the field.
Spartans certainly knew where that ball was going. You could see the linebackers creeping up into those A gaps. Great job by the Spartan defense. 99 yards to go.
What a job. Unbelievable. The strength to sit in there. The guts to just throw your body at those guys. Those Shamrocks are not small guys.
Spartans need to be very careful here with the ball.
Absolutely. Spartans have had kind of some slow developing plays tonight. Can't afford any of that right now. Also, Naeem Cross has never been under center, so he's already going to be in a difficult spot here. He's moving forward. I don't think he got anything.
No.
Stanford Mason, he moved Big Veeris again.
He's had a long night.
Had a run behind him. No gain at all. Maybe a foot.
Spartan's going to spread it out a little bit more here.
Just run their offense.
But to be also very careful here on the offensive line. A hold in the end zone translates into a safety. Oh, did they get him? Yes, they did.
Waiting for the call, but yeah, it is against the Shamrocks.
Dante Manetta trying to plead his case.
You might be able to hear the 3 or 4 Shamrock dads in the press box who aren't happy about that.
Anybody check their tickets?
Never felt like it was an enemy territory in our own press box. So now Spartans have some breathing room, 2nd and 5. Ball at about the 5.5-yard line.
Certainly got a little breathing room here.
Not much, though. Naeem Cross stands at about his own goal line. Design keeper. Going to squeeze through that hole. He does. He gets about 2. So 3rd and manageable here. Flags come in. Stanford loses his cool here with Veers. Those two have been going at each other all night. And Veers has been trying to get under his skin. We'll see who the call goes against. Personal foul against the Spartans. And that's it. So it doesn't
go both ways.
Doesn't go both ways. Half the distance to the goal as it stands now. And you actually can see some of the Shamrocks telling Veers, to be careful.
Yeah. You could kind of see that coming.
Yeah.
The two of them have been battling it out all night.
And there was the time when Veers wouldn't leave. He was standing around almost in the Spartan huddle. You can tell he's the kind of guy who's trying to needle somebody. Handoff here.
Oh, looks like he had his face.
Chiago does a good job just to make sure that's not a safety. Or excuse me, Carrington does. So now Barrow will have his most difficult punt of the season.
See if the Spartan coaches take Stanford aside and tell him to use his head. Looks like they're
you can see him almost dreading walking to his coaches. Clean snap. It's a short kick, but it's away. It's better than a safety,
bounce.
And he takes a good bounce.
Great bounce.
Great bounce. Look at Xavier Oliver hustling down the field.
Okay.
Also making sure that their receiver, Norvell Bardo, didn't scoop that up. It really goes in the books as a 42-yard punt. He's as far back as he can get. So that is where Trinity will take over. Their last drive came up empty at the half-yard line. See the defense come up with another couple of plays here and turn this into a field position game.
There's that quick handoff.
Good
job.
That time Trey Moody kind of just stalking around.
Levi Wager there. Been calling his name a lot tonight, playing a heck of a game.
Yeah, he's had a nice game. Not surprised. They come into his own. Gain of 1. Kirchhoff back, thinks about it and throws it short, complete.
Nice move.
That's Colby Allen. That's his first name, Colby Allen. He's got a first down.
John Colby Allen Rigg. First down.
I think there's been a lot of Riggs that have gone through the Trinity program over the years. They've been a big football family there for a while. Levi in pursuit. It's got a man complete.
He's in.
That's a touchdown.
Oh.
The ball came loose.
What are they going to call here? They're going to call a touchdown.
Took them a minute. They still call a touchdown. So Jack McHale.
Sean Proctor just a hair late getting there in the coverage.
31-yard touchdown as Trinity comes up with another big play. And the Shamrocks go back in front now, 18-13. They'll line up for, looks like they're going to go for 2. That would make it a 6-point game. That's the smart play. So Spartan defense back on their heels a little bit right now. They don't get it. This is a big moment. You got to come up with a stop here so you're in position to take the lead with a touchdown. Kirchhoff from the gun. He's going to throw it. A little lob out there for Veers, and it's intercepted.
We're looking for that 6-7.
And just so we're clear, Veers is now talking trash.
Yep.
Just so we're clear on who Kalen Veers is.
Yep.
He's the kind of guy who talks trash after he makes a terrible route run and gets picked off on a 2-point conversion.
Well, and yeah, we're not going to dwell on that because we'll just notice he was talking to the 5'9" guy, not the 6'4" guy.
Right. We're just reporting the facts.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Spartans now trail by 5. We'll see what they come up with here. Trinity also has shown no willingness to even attempt a standard kickoff, which I don't knock. I mean, there's now a fairly well-known football coach in Alabama, high school football coach. He never kicks the ball off. He does only onside kicks, and he never punts the ball. He has this whole mathematical system. They won a state championship. Well, he said if you can, he has this whole reasoning of if you can get 10%, it leads to this many more chances of touchdowns.
Right. It's like what, the money ball or small ball they call it in baseball.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the University of Alabama doesn't punt that much either. It's got to be the easiest job in college.
Zone. There you go. Carrington. Some nice
Watch
blocks
the clips.
out there.
Watch the clip.
And Carrington needs one more. He can't get away. Still a nice return, though, out across the 35-yard line. So that is where the Spartans will take over.
Okay.
Much like the first half, took the Spartans a while to sort of shake off the locker room slumber. Kind of has that feel here in the second half. It's got to be a little bit more confident with the ball, a little bit more just sort of moving ahead, not so nonchalant, a little bit more crisp, a little bit more active. Get moving north-south a little bit. Everybody in the backfield. The give is to Chiago and Yanwu. Moving ahead. Nice gain on first down. He's got about 5, I believe. Maybe more, actually. He did a great job spinning ahead. Give him 7. Nice job, Chiago. If you want to keep track of that Stanford Mason against Kalen Veers battle, it's
right in front of you there.
It's at the offensive line closest to us, closest to your screen. 2 big guys. This time Carrington's got to hold the other side, and Carrington's got to shake one last guy. Stays on his feet again, across the 30, to the 20, the 10. Carrington Smith at the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Carrington Smith.
What an effort.
57 yards. The senior puts the Spartans back in front.
Going for 2. Spartans appear to be going for 2 here. Would give them a 3-point lead.
What heart? I mean.
Oh, I mean, that was just determination.
We see Naeem make some runs of that caliber this year. Nice to see that kind of rubbing off on these other guys carrying the footballs. Carrington could have gone down 3 or 4 times there. Stayed on his feet, including right there at the goal line, and he finishes it off. Probably thinking to himself, we have to fight for every touchdown. I'm not risking this one. And they go for 2. Naeem's got it, looking to throw. Toss into the flat,
and
complete. It's Carrington Smith with his hands this time.
Yeah, puts the icing on it.
So 21-18, Spartans make it a 3-point lead. And it's Carrington Smith's drive. He can autograph that one in the film room.
How quickly they can strike.
2:40 to go in the third. Is number 1 putting on a show in that whole possession there. All right, so now the defense got to go back out and make a stop. It's been a great fun watching both teams make the adjustments. Really, Trinity's offense clicking a lot more. They've made necessary adjustments in the middle of the game. Milton Hershey doing the same thing. A couple of well-coached teams showing it tonight.
Still a lot of time to go, though. We're only about 2:40 left here in the third quarter. We got a lot of football still.
No doubt about it. Andy Harrington out to handle the kickoff. He goes the squib variety. Up man has it. That's Jack McHale who had the touchdown.
Textbook tackle.
Nice job, Tykeer Gibson.
Wow. Wrestler.
That looked like
a single leg right there.
Yeah.
Coach Jimmy Taylor, got to be happy with that.
And you hear the sideline coming to life, you hear the fans coming to life. They're into it now. 2:35 to go. We've really seen, especially talk about adjustments, Tommy Kirchhoff make the adjustments with his legs to kind of set up his arms, moves the pocket, and gets rid of it. This is a nice throw, complete. But Spartans have got it well covered.
Good job by Christian Ruth Brown.
Like Ruiz maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but Dylan Bird even out there making a play, hustling from his linebacker spot. Levi Wager out there. Zion Paris. Give him about half a yard.
Oh, somebody jumping.
Yeah, it's strange play. It didn't even look like he jumped. He just kind of stood up and couldn't tell if he was, almost looked like he was hurt the way he just kind of stood up and then crouched down. Spartans will take it, back him up 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Handoff to Colby Allen. Uh-oh, Colby Allen's got a lane. He's got the first down and more out to midfield just across. Colby Allen rig. It's amazing how many of these games we've done. And I mean this for the opposing teams more than us. Who a guy whose name we haven't said for 2.5 hours, suddenly he gets like 7 touches in a row.
It's like almost like Henry Hershey Field is the time for coming out parties.
You're just wondering, like, did the coaches go,
Last
wait
year
a second.
Middletown was with Fox
Oh my gosh.
Sudden.
And then they went to the state championship game. Oh, it somehow he scoops away from Xavier Oliver, and Colby Allen gets back to the line of scrimmage. This is Colby Allen rig. I mean, maybe he was serving a first-half suspension for a
he's a senior
academic mistake or something, because Colby Allen is suddenly getting every touch and doing a nice job with it. Second and 10. 49. Yeah, that's a false start.
Yep,
that's a good false start. At least really make it count. Just run 30 yards down the field.
Spartans are lucky there. They look pretty confused on their linemen.
Not as confused as Trinity though. I mean, you see how many false starts for a guy like moves his shoulder? No. Let's just have half the field run. But you're right. Defense still kind of pointing around who's supposed to be where here. As both teams make these necessary
adjustments. They got an uncovered
adjustments.
guy over here.
Now the snap's on the ground. This whole drive's looking out of sorts. And Clemente in pursuit, but the ball gets away.
Oh, that's offensive pass interference.
Like an offensive pass interference, but just incomplete.
Sideline's going nuts.
Pretty clear he got grabbed and pulled down.
Good coverage, Jared T. Ross.
All right, so now another 3rd and long. Our defensive ends are pleading their case for some holdings as well. They're saying, how many times do I got to get tackled out here?
Yeah.
It's Clemente Odenaka and Levi Wager were both talking to the referee. All right. Trinity has found a way to convert on a couple of these 3rd and longs. See what they come up with here. Kirchhoff, little fake, looking to go long. Steps up in the pocket, steps away from some trouble. But Dylan Bird gets to him and brings him down.
But once again, you see Levi Wager there with the contain. Contributing. He's not going to get the stat, but he certainly contributed to that sack.
The Spartans have the lead, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter as we hit about 20 seconds. I don't think Trinity's going to try to get this off. See Colby Allen Rigg take a look back. So Colby Allen's been doing their punting all night, and he can also run the ball. And so we will go to the 4th quarter as the 3rd quarter started slow but finishes strong.
Yep.
Spartans have the lead. We got 1 quarter to go here on MHSkids.org. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. I'm sure you got social media open. Tweet it out. Put it on Facebook. Let's get some people watching. We've got a big 4th quarter to go, and we'll be right back on MHSkids.org.
Today we're going to use milk for a different reason. We're going to make ice cream.
This is going to be interesting. The students are, making a prediction about certain things.
Something so simple as making ice cream has a lot of chemical properties to it.
Whether physical changes are taking place or chemical changes are taking place.
Also, I want you to think through, why is additional fat important to ice cream?
All right, 4th down. Trinity's got to kick it away. As we start the 4th quarter now, Colby Allen Rigg back to kick it. Rugby style, thought about faking it, and then he kicks it away finally. Goes right at the sideline. Proctor's got some space, though. Catches it up the sideline, turns it upfield. Sean Proctor runs into his man, still stays on his feet. Look to the ref like he was looking to receive through a flag. And then he takes off. Great job by Sean Proctor. It's such a gutsy play. He could have just let that ball go out of bounds. Wouldn't have been the worst field position in the world. But he wants to be a guy who makes a play. He's another guy, kind of slow start to the season, and he's grown in confidence. Yep. And they're growing in confidence in him as the year goes on. He makes a nice job right there.
5'7" senior. Once again, we see Isaiah Morales checking in at right guard. Giving Josiah Gibbs a little breather.
Naeem and Chiago go to work here. Chiago straight ahead. Or that's Carrington Smith, excuse me. No, that's Chiago. I was right. Press box had it wrong. Picks up 5, maybe 6. The Spartans start this drive in Shamrock territory. And if you're Jeff Boger, you're thinking, let's just run it. Keep that wedge working up front, take some time off the clock, and they'll hopefully lead to some points. Kegler in motion. This time it's Carrington. He's got the first down and more. Carrington Smith, there he goes again. 5, touchdown.
Nice
Carrington
run.
Smith.
Telling you, sneaky fast.
You beat me to it. He's got a style to him that makes it look pretty smooth.
Long
and all of a sudden, yeah, that's what it is. It's the long stride. He just eats up yardage. What a second half we're having here tonight for Carrington Smith.
I think I just decided we need to start doing, every game now we're going to declare an offensive and a defensive Spartan warrior, or like the most valuable player. We're going to start calling those.
I'm into it. So our early contenders here, Carrington Smith offensively.
Yeah.
Chris Fernsworth defensively.
I'd go with Levi Wager right now.
Wager, but without Fernsworth making those plays early, are we in this game? As that one comes up no good. Some issue on the hold, I think.
Well, we still got a quarter to make a decision.
Okay, so Spartans now leading 27-18.
Derek to check our Facebook page. We get people vote in.
That's
for
a good idea.
Who they think.
So you got Trinity at home tonight, at Middletown, and then Palmyra back at home. Really, is as good as Quad A is, and I mean that in the district playoffs, District 3 standings, you got to win all 3 of those games to make the playoffs. So Spartans now 10:57 to go in this one. Got to close out this one. Then they got to pull off really the upset of the year at Middletown.
Can be done.
It can be done. Middletown is just very well disciplined. They're well coached, but they're not, it's not like one of those games where you're up against a monster of offensive line and you're just outmanned. Our defense has the size to keep it with anybody. They just got to find a way to put points on the board against a very skilled and disciplined Middletown defense.
Well, and our kids will be up for that game. They'll know that that would be a big win. I think they'll be ready. Especially some of these, seniors. This could be their last really big win for them.
Harrington having some trouble getting that ball where he wants it to go. There it goes. I think he was going to ask somebody to hold it. And he'll boot it away. 27-18 now, and he boots it low. A little squibbler, taking some time to get back there. Now it's scooped up. Colby Allen Rigg. And does a nice job with it, really, out to almost the 40-yard line, and that is where Trinity will take over. Excuse me, it wasn't Colby Allen Rigg.
Spartans need to stay focused, keep the momentum going. We approach the 9 o'clock hour. It's been a long game. They got to keep their focus, keep their intensity up.
There's Kirchhoff.
Good pass rush.
Clemente along
Great
with
pass
Avon.
rush.
Oh my goodness, everybody come flying.
They did what we asked for. Certainly did not lack any intensity there.
Clemente Ojanaka, Yvonne Cross, Xavier Oliver, all have a party at the quarterback, and they meet there. Loss of 13, 12. Kirchhoff back again. Here comes Avon again. He gets away. Now Dylan Bird. Kirchhoff has such guts to keep hanging on to that football. He's all the way out.
Oh, we got a flag down.
A flag down late. Now Dylan Bird's got to just walk away from him, leave him alone.
Thinking that might be on Trinity. Personal foul. Yep. That's enough to drive a coach crazy. Quarterback comes up with a big play like that. You make a mental mistake, get selfish, wipe that away.
I didn't get quite a good look at it. The way Dylan Bird was talking to him after, maybe it was a kind of just a
cheap shot.
Cheap shot, yeah. The game's moving so fast. You've been running into guys for more than 2 hours. Sometimes lose your cool a little bit. It's all understandable. But here it really hurts the Shamrocks. Is now at 2nd and 35. They got to get all the way back out to the 49-yard line for a first down. Fakes the handoff. Avon looking for him again. Look at him, just always holds onto the ball. The Spartans are able to wrap him up. Nice job.
Tell you what.
Xavier Oliver.
Hit Stanford Mason in there. Again, he's going to have to be careful.
Yeah, because the thing, if you commit a personal foul here, it's an automatic first down. And that would just be disaster when it's 3rd and 30. In fact, they pulled Mason off the field.
I think they saw the little dance he was doing there with number 53, Hunter Becker.
So 3rd and 29. It's a handoff for Colby Allen. And the Spartans get there and drive him out of bounds. Got to be careful. Got to be careful.
Yep.
Oh, no. Just say it.
You shouldn't have said it.
Just said it. But Boger's right
I
there.
think it's Chris Fernsworth maybe came up just a tad late. Zion Parrish made a heck of a play. Again, you just mentioned it, personal foul. What that does, though, is that's going to give him a first down.
Boger, though, seemed confused. I mean, maybe it's just guilty by association, you know, in terms of guys are just getting too excited all over the field and they're getting kind of flag happy.
What we got here?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense.
That ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Spartans.
Oh, my gosh.
That does not make an automatic first, though, does it?
I guess not, because it wasn't the personal foul. Yep, so it's still 4th down. But did you see what I mean about the ref just came running and throwing the flag? You know, you're supposed to play a game but not have any fun doing it, Jay. It's very important. So now they're going to go for it, though, down by 9.
Big play here for the Spartans. If they can stop them here.
I thought they would just go hard snap, but they don't.
Oh, great play.
And Clemente almost grabbed it. So big time play.
If you look now, number 1 out there, DeMonte Porter, he is frustrated. He was wide open.
He's almost too fast.
I don't think he realizes the pressure that was coming on. That didn't give Kirchhoff the time to see him. Had to go to his first option.
But give credit to Clemente Ojinaka, even though he was well blocked on the play, has the wherewithal and the awareness to jump up and make a play, knock it down. Spartans take over on downs. They got through all those sort of shaky moments there in the past 2 or 3 minutes. It's 9:04 to go. They take over with a 9-point lead.
Keep to the ground.
Thiago goes side to side, turns it upfield. Thiago Nyanwu across the 25.
It's his turn.
Another 23-yard gain for Thiago Nyanwu.
Keeps the clock running.
Yeah, and you got to. This is the drive here. That Trinity team is lost a lot of momentum, struggling back there, losing 30 yards on that drive, and now you got them, their hands and their hips. They're walking backwards. This is the time to put the game away. 8:35 to go here. First down. Carrington, awkward handoff, but Carrington still turns it upfield.
Ugly exchange there.
Still picks up almost 6 yards. What a half for Carrington Smith. 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. You always call his name for making big blocks.
And again, you mentioned it earlier in our broadcast, but he's an example of someone who was asked to do something different, mid-season, and he has certainly shined. Because honestly, we've spent a lot of the beginning of the season talking about we need to get the ball in his hands more, so it's been great to see what he's done.
Josh Parra goes in motion. Naeem on a design keeper. Through a lane. He's got the first down.
Spartans are rolling now.
So we go under 8 minutes. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Naeem runs the play in. Dylan Bird takes his spot over the football as the center on that line. Stanford Mason is lined up there at the right guard, which is right tackle.
Isaiah Morales has been getting a lot of playing time there at that right guard.
Thiago, great big hole
right
for him.
Behind him, too. Doing a good job.
Another nice gain.
Hey, when he's playing and making holes like that, that frees up Xavier Aller to get a little bit more wind, makes him more effective on defense.
See Thiago showing his speed there, so nimble. He's kind of your prototypical just fast guy, and Carrington and Naeem are the muscle.
I'm sorry, who's actually, no, it's he's in there spelling Josiah Gibbs, who's walking, he's got a towel on his head. I don't know if maybe he's got an injury or.
Boger calls timeout, some confusion. Well, Gibbs, he had an injury early in the game and walked off the field on his own power, but he does appear to be limping
slightly. He seems to have a little bit of a limp going.
So evidently, Josiah Gibbs' night is ended early. .627, good timeout by the Spartans here. Just reset things and understand how important this drive is. 2nd and 5. A real chance to make the lead more comfortable. Make it a 3-score game. Now it's gotten cold. I called it a nearly perfect night. Now I'm just cold.
Yep.
All right. 2nd and 5. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Chiago, great big hole. Still pushing, still pushing, still pushing, and he's in. Chiago and Yanwu has a touchdown tonight.
Spreading the love. Got a lot of guys participating.
33-18. I feel like they ran that play 2 or 3 times in that drive. The Spartans will go for 2 to try to stretch it to an 18-point lead. 17. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the new math.
I wasn't so good at the old math.
We'll go easy. We know you've been up since 3 a.m.
Naeem. Quick toss.
Fade.
Little push.
A lot of pushing and shoving there.
Little shove, little grab both ways. It's football. Looking for Jaden Paris. Comes up empty. No flag. Let him play, and we're all good. So 33-18 is the score now. Spartans.
Still a 2-score game.
And it hasn't been the prettiest at times, but we won't complain about the results.
Nope. Talked about it all night. We got off to a very slow start, but came out second half really putting some drives together, hard runs. I almost get the feeling that Trinity's just pretty much worn down at this point. Making some mental mistakes.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Guys not knowing who's on kickoff return.
Give credit to the Spartans. They've worn them down. We talked about in the first half, Spartans defense didn't give up a first down. They were still down 12-0. But, I mean, the constant battering that, again, are just stellar offensive/defensive line has done. They've worn out Trinity in this game. They're tired. They're frustrated. They're ready to get on the bus. Or are they? We will see now. Got to finish out these wins. Makes it all the way back to DeMonte Porter, but the Spartans are quickly there to get him out of bounds. So Shamrocks go back to work. See, the defense has another big stop in them here. Stanford Mason, first guy out there ready to go. Xavier Oliver, Levi Wager, Naeem Cross, Clemente Ojanaka, Darius Briggs, Sean Proctor, Josh Parra, Chris Fernsworth. I think that is Christian Ruth Brown at the top of the screen. Quick toss is complete to the sophomore.
Stopped him short of the first down, it looks like.
It's DeMonte Porter. I think they know they've got a star in the making. DeMonte Porter is only going to get better as he gains size and experience.
Well, and Kirchhoff has certainly gotten better as the game gone on. He's got a pretty good quick release. He
gives it up here. That play hasn't worked once tonight. They have run that thing consistently, and all night long they've eaten
Clemente
it up.
Ojanaka sharing some frustration. I mean, you can see there, even look at his jersey. He's already ripped off his shoulder pad. He's getting hold there on that, but he did a good job of pushing that play out.
It's well read by Christian Ruth Brown, too, recognizing that play, coming up from that defensive back spot and making the play. Third down here. Quick toss. Knocked down. Levi Wager, and he looked like he was being held.
Another notch in his belt for the defensive player of the game.
He did have that
we got to come up with a better name than Spartan Warrior.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it at the time, but I'm glad you figured that out on your own.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, they're Spartans.
Yeah, that's kind of like a, is that a double entendre
Yeah.
or?
All right, 4th down, 5:23 to go. Kirchhoff lets it fly, incomplete. Naeem Cross broke it up. Spartans will get the ball back.
Kalen Verse, slow to get up. Looks like he took a pretty good hit there.
He's just mad at himself for the drop. He had it looked like he had his hands on it, and then Naeem got in on it.
And now he's got his hands on his helmet.
That one's easy to catch. It's strapped on. So Spartan offense, we'll try to ride this thing out now. 5:19 to play. And a commanding lead.
Once again, I want to remind everybody our upcoming fall family weekend next weekend. Look forward to having all of our families and sponsors join us starting on Friday. A lot of great events. Hopefully you got your flyer. If not, you can check it out online.
Naeem Cross gives it to Carrington Smith. Carrington turns it upfield, and there he goes again.
Sneaky,
another big
fast.
gainer, and he stays in bounds. Takes a shove and scores his 3rd touchdown of the half. Carrington Smith take a bow.
I don't know. 5 minutes left. We might be able to call the offensive one.
I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Carrington Smith, you were the inaugural Milton Hershey offensive Spartan Warrior.
No, yet to be determined award we're going to come up with. We'll take input from our listeners out there and
MVP of the offense.
Most valuable Spartan.
Hershey kiss on the helmet. Andy Harrington with the point after. Textbook knocks that one down with authority. 40-18. So for the 2nd straight week, the Spartans are in the 40s.
Certainly have become a different team here the second half.
And that's all you can adjust. That's all you can ask for. A team, not getting too down on themselves, not losing their cool, making necessary adjustments, and capitalizing on opportunities. Spartans pretty well set here to move to 4-4. I like, too, about a play like that we just watched is, it's Boger and the coaches just kind of saying, all right, let's just run a play, take some clock, let's run this thing out. But Carrington and the line, these guys have enough heart to say, no. I can feel these guys back on their heels. Take it right at him. Then he could have gone out of bounds down here easily. Finishes the play. What a run.
Yeah, just an example why you have to wrap up.
Yep. Another low kick. Makes it all the way back to the Porter. This one goes through Porter's legs, and he just has to fall on it.
Take care, Gibson flying up there.
Ball was down at the 20-yard line by Diamante Porter. First down at the 20.
And the defense has another chance here to flex its muscles. 5:09 to play. This was a 13-12 game at the half. It was 12-0 Trinity at one point, really for a while. That pass is short and complete.
Spartans continuing to put on the pressure.
So since the 2nd quarter, the Spartans have outscored Trinity 40-6. Steps up in the pocket and lets it fly.
Wide open.
He's got a man. Oh, just goes through his hands.
It's the 3rd drop.
Yeah. And actually, it was 18-13. Trinity scored first in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, so they got the first 6 on the board, and since then it's been all Spartans.
Yeah, Spartans have really responded.
Kirchhoff really showing some composure and a good arm tonight. I'm pretty impressed with them.
Yeah, the composure's unbelievable. The ability to sit in the pocket.
Well, and he's had 3 big drops that any of those caught, it could have been a different ball game.
The late bump from Von Cross, but not enough to be roughing the passer. It's to be 4th and 10 here.
Send the punt return
They're
team
gonna
back.
punt it away. Yeah, I mean, Kirchhoff's complete unwillingness to throw the ball away is impressive. I mean, he has not just gone to the sideline and dumped one out of bounds for the sake of saving the field position once. Cost him a couple of times, but has also kept plays alive and turned into big gains on occasion as well.
Oh, he's going to try another fake.
Kick again.
He's got 16.
And he's still going to kick it.
Oh, he did. See, now is he become a runner at that point?
I know. It's an interesting place they have to figure out. And
wonder if it's once you're out of the hash.
Yeah. Okay, so 4:41 to go. Spartans take over again. So just when you think they're going to kind of run essentially victory formation run plays to eat the clock, they scored on 1 play in their last possession. So see what they do here. Back at their own 34-yard line, a place they haven't been for hours. Or really not since they were back on that drive that started their own half-yard line. Naeem Cross gives it to Chiagi Nyanwu. He's got another big hole, turns it upfield, picks up about 6.
Spartan offensive line has done a great job tonight, continuing to open up holes. And as we talked about all year long, a lot of those guys play both ways, or if not, they're spending time on both ways. Really, they've done a great job this year. Often it's the running backs and the quarterbacks that get all the accolades and all the stats, but it's those front 5 that really make them all look good.
Well, do we also add a Spartan MVP of the trenches, so to speak?
Oh, liking that one.
Because so many of those guys do it for both sides of the ball as well. So how about Chiago turning it upfield? First down, Spartans one more time.
We could call that like the unsung Spartan. Derek rolls his eyes at us.
Well, then we could also have like teammate award, best teammate. Like a guy who is there like picking guys up and.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, we're basically creating our own ESPYs here.
Probably better than the ESPYs.
Maybe.
Okay. 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Chiago again, this time nowhere really to go, and he maybe loses a yard. About a half a yard, according to the line judge on the Trinity sideline.
I'll tell you what, the Spartan band continues to get better each week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we can hear them out there, but they this quarter specifically, they've been rocking.
Well, there's a victory formation for the field. There's a victory formation for the band too. They just go to kind of like those hits. So you kind of know the game is in hand. Bad snap here. Naeem actually got on a knee. Yeah, he was down. He was on a knee as he scooped that ball. So this is the first drive since the opening drive of the half where things haven't really gone according to plan. Now they're facing a 3rd and long.
I mean, we've even got tuba players now that are like dancing.
Yeah. You'd be dancing too. You're up 40-18. It's a cold night. It's Friday.
Hey.
See what the Spartans try to do here on 3rd and long. With the game well in hand. Yeah, just give it to Chiago. It's going the wrong direction, but that's okay. Clock will run. Spartans will kick it away. See a final change of possession here.
Tackle number 55. Loss of the play back to the 39-yard line.
You are right about the plays that Levi Wager made, particularly That interception.
And he's just been in the backfield. Well, you can say that about a lot of the guys, but a lot of the pressure tonight has been great. Again, though, got to emphasize the composure we've seen in Tommy Kirchhoff, and you know he has still gotten the ball away. I'm very impressed with him. You know, he has certainly been the heart and soul of that offense tonight, but because he's had Spartans in his face all night long.
Well,
and chasing them.
Yeah, and I'll just give credit to some unsung guys who we don't talk a ton about as the defensive backs, because really so few high school teams have really truly efficient pass offenses, and our front guys and our linebackers are so dominant. You don't see teams getting that much pass offense off. But our guys have really done a nice job staying disciplined tonight. When you think of the coverage by Christian, Ruth Brown, and Fernsworth immediately come to mind as guys who have done a really nice job.
Josh Parra back there at safety.
Josh Parra did a nice
Carrington
job.
Smith has been playing some safety. Jerry T. Ross plays that kind of rover hybrid linebacker.
They're not tested too often, but they've done a good job tonight. I mean, there's been a few that have gotten through, but that's always going to be the case. For the most part, they've been a huge part of stifling
and a couple of the big
Trinity team.
You know, completions that Trinity's been able to pull off has been after a significant scramble, and it's just hard to cover someone for 6 seconds.
Sure. False start on the Spartans, so we'll see if it's worth it to the Shamrocks to re-kick it with 1:17 to go, down by. No, now the flag just thrown into no man's land.
I don't know. Number 80. Canberra's got his helmet off now. I think he's had a long night.
Yeah, I don't think he knew about Stanford Mason before he came in. Okay, so we have a false start on the offense, declined. We have a unsportsmanlike conduct on Trinity. First down, Trinity.
Wow, look where the ball sent him back to. All the way back to 24.
I just thought that was a ball. You know, it somehow made its way to the field. But no. I mean, we didn't see what happened. And let's give credit to the Spartans, keeping their cool, whatever did happen. When you see anybody reacting or overreacting, now it's easy to not react when you're only 1:17 away from going into the locker room with a victory. But
yeah, this is where the coaches just tell them, keep your mouths closed, keep your head up, play smart.
Trinity mixing some fresh guys in. You see Ty Knopp, a senior, getting some run here. Really forgot his helmet.
Turn it out.
Thrown deep.
He's got him
on the line. For the way that ball's wobbling, you thought it was going to come up short, and it just kept going. Kirchhoff showing some arm strength there.
Arm.
Yeah.
That thing was a rope.
Jack McHale, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 24.
1:11 to go now. Spartans just about got this one wrapped up officially. 4 receivers are Kirchhoff's right. Fakes it.
Up.
Underthrown as he's hit. And Cameron coming back looking for it. I think it bounced.
I don't know. We got one that they're calling it. Yeah, they're calling it interception.
Interception. There you go,
freshman.
Cam. Not a bad job for a ninth grader. It's a bunch of interceptions tonight. I hate to say I've lost track, but I can think of at least
3.
4.
I'd say 3.
No, you got Parra, Fernsworth.
Yeah, Parra had 2.
Parra had 2, so there's 5.
Okay.
Because 2 for Parra, Fernsworth, Wager, Cameron.
Yep.
Intercepted by number 30, Cameron Webster.
Victory formation here.
And there was one of the 2-point conversion, too.
Yeah.
6. Naeem takes a knee. And this one
guys are already
just
shaking
about
hands.
Official.
I think they're going to have to get off one more snap, though, right?
14 from the 45.
Spartan showing good sportsmanship there, but they need to get back so they can get themselves a penalty here. You're going to have to get this snap off.
Yeah, but you can wait till the ref gives you the warning about delay of game. So wait for the ref's hand to go up. Let's do it now.
That should do it.
And that will do it. Okay. So as frustrated and sort of out of sorts we sound in the first half because this game just couldn't get into gear, the Spartans find a gear. And the credit goes again to the defense for staying in it, making big plays when they needed. They changed the momentum, but the Spartans get a victory tonight on their home field. In the division, they move to 4-4 now. They take down Trinity tonight 40-18. Next week, they go to undefeated Middletown.
Very
that
big
will
game.
be the game we'll all be watching. Fall family weekend.
Yep. Look forward to seeing all everybody coming to town.
We'll be
running a bus. We'll be running a bus from our Spartan Family Network meeting here.
Fantastic.
For folks that want to go down, just keep in mind that you also have to pay admission down there. It's not like our home games here. We'll just look forward to having everybody come in.
Middletown's War Memorial Field. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back here for the regular season finale, the senior night finale.
Yep.
Spartans against the neighbors from Palmyra. But enjoy this victory tonight. Make it a great weekend. We appreciate you being with us on MHSkids.org. Honored to bring you these live streams. For Mr. Jay Garvey and everybody who makes this possible at Milton Hershey School, thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Good night, folks.